work? Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome.
We launched live without Richie being here.
Hello.
Did it work?
they left us in charge.
We're in charge now.
Things aren't on fire.
No.
What I'll do is I'm going to start by saying welcome. Then I'm going to go immediately to technical things and say, hey. Actually, no. I'm going to skip the technical things. So we're here to push plushies.
It's our last chance.
There's like 4 hours left. So
Yep.
don't miss out your chance. It ends at midnight Eastern time. So go get your plushies now. 3, we're taking channel point redemptions for questions. So if anybody could just redeem 1 question so I can make sure that it's working. Richie will be here.
Oh, I'll pull up channel redemption.
I got him. Yeah, I got him too. I got everything up. I'm ready to mod tonight.
I love it.
In case our mods can't be it, because this was very impromptu. We
Very
got a hype
impromptu.
train
We got
incoming.
a hype train incoming.
Incoming.
Secret cappuccino.
There we go. Thank you. That works. That works. Thank you. Perfect. Whoa. Okay. Here we go. Holy smokes. Thank you. Okay. The questions work. I'm going to start rejecting a lot of these so you get your points back. Because these are all just basic questions. Favorite bands. Is it working? It is working. How are we today? We're great. Never been better. Microwave. Bitsy's resting right now. How y'all's day going? We're good. We're good. It's been a very, very busy week. And
Very busy week, but
we almost didn't stream tonight.
No.
Yes, Stardust Rhapsody is returning tomorrow. 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm very sad that I'll have to sit on the sidelines. But we'll figure it out.
yeah, it'll be okay, Andy.
I just am a little bummed.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll be there in spirit.
It's only 500 points to redeem a question.
It should be more.
I feel like it should be way more than that.
$20 super chat from New Pillion.
Oh,
Thank you, New Pillion.
Jesus.
Oh,
Hold
shit.
on, hold on.
Oh, no. New Pillion, not a no to you.
Hold on, everybody.
We are being flooded with alerts in our chat, so we don't know. Ooh, boy.
Why?
Richie
It
would
doesn't
know
even
what to
let-
do.
hold
Oh,
on.
you gotta click on it. Oh, so that's good. That's all good. That's all good. It's there it is. We want to get rid of questions. Channel points. Oh, it's new. That's why.
Stupid.
Ooh,
Redemption
those,
too?
Redemption 2. Those sneaky fucks sneaking in new features and then automatically turning them on.
Okay. So we've had... Oh, this is a lot of...
This is all. It's all people just resubbing. Oh no,
This seems new.
I don't think we do. We should turn that off too. We're vibing, folks.
Bear with us, folks.
Minimum should be 12.
It is 12. Cheer. So what the fuck happened?
I don't know. Oh well, I think it's good for now.
Okay.
We'll keep it for now.
Okay.
Folks, we have a hype train incoming. Thank you again for the $20 super chat, New Pelion on YouTube. Really appreciate you. If you want to ask us questions, you can either do a super chat on YouTube, but actually, shit. Here, I can let me take. I'll also have the super chats pulled up here as well.
That's a good idea. We can.
Hype
split
train
that.
on the way to level 2.
All right. Did you guys make sure to order food? No. I ate before I came here.
I not only did I remember to order food, I ordered food last night, and I got 2 meals because I knew I wouldn't have time to think about food today.
Yeah.
So I ate my food at about an hour before Andy got here.
Good for you.
I got showered, I got fed, I got work done, and I was ready to stream.
Thank you so much for starting a hype train. You guys are amazing. We're gonna keep this shit rolling, and we're gonna just answer questions while we enjoy the hype train. We are here to sell plushies. You only have 4 hours, less than 4 hours to get your plushies. So make sure you go check that out. It should be pinned. I think I saw it pinned at the top. Go check that out.
Oh, it's me. It's Booker. Oh my gosh.
Oh, amazing.
Isn't it terrible? It's me, Peggy.
It's terrible.
Bye. Look at these plushies. I mean, look at the quality on these. Look at the quality on these little guys. These little friendly guys. They're really cute. Also John Klobb, but no one cares about that.
Are Rich and Mikey actually twins? Yes, identical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get Chuckles in this stream? No, he was in the last one.
He was in the last one. Yep. I'm gonna go to live. I'm gonna go to this, and I'm just gonna. I should have.
Excited for the return of Stardust Rhapsody, and have you prepared already? We don't prepare.
You kidding me?
We don't prepare for anything.
New Pillion, $20 super chat. Will you guys be interested in a collaboration with a YouTuber? I think Charlie Slimesicle would love to play some D&D with anyone interested, and I think he's a great guy who'd be interested in a fun one-shot. Generally, we kind of stick to playing D&D amongst the core Evantris crew. That is how we maintain the Evantris magic. We've made one exception.
And we broke that rule. It was a pretty big deal.
It was a pretty big deal. We broke the rule for Matthew Lillard.
Because he's awesome.
And it was only because we got to know him at Gamehole Con a month before.
And he meshed with our group instantly.
Yeah, a month before we streamed, and he meshed with us. He was really chill. We became fast friends.
Yeah.
And if we had not become fast friends with Matthew Lillard off camera, off stream, we would not have done the collab, I think. So, Slimesicle seems cool. People seem to like it. I don't know what Slimesicle is.
I've never even heard of that.
But we do not.
Is that a person?
Probably a very popular YouTuber.
I'm old as fuck, so that's not like a slight to Slimesicle.
Philly and Ass also, said that she'd be down for a collab. So, some point maybe, but we currently have a rule, and so we stick to it. We stick to that rule.
I love this question. What's a weird smell you like? Mine is gasoline. I love the smell of gasoline.
Bro.
I don't know why. It reminds me of
I love
summer.
the smell of gasoline.
I just enjoy it.
I love the smell of gasoline. So, I don't think are we getting bits?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
Yeah, 200 bits from 3 minutes ago to your cappuccino.
But people are just doing it right now.
Well, did we fuck something up?
We fucked something up, Andy.
I don't think we did, though. Because look.
Cheers. Maybe uncheck and check everything. Not all those.
Oh, God.
Recheck the things that are there. Maybe that'll be it. Boop, 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 boop.
Well, bits aren't listed here. Is it redemptions?
No, that's cheer. Cheers are bits.
Oh, cheers are bits.
Cheers
okay,
bits.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're good. Richie will fix it when he gets back.
I'm going to turn this back on just because I'm scared now.
Yeah, do redemption. We'll do that. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what it was. Hannah Jellyfish, she's up late again. 200 bits each. Oh, it was redemption. It was redeemed. Okay. Dr. Archive, 5 gifts.
No, it's a different color. Redemptions are gray.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
These are all
but
blue.
It suddenly all showed up again.
Maybe we just had to refresh it.
One gifted from Cobalt, one gifted from Colossi. Oh, maybe it was the refresh, actually. Thank you so much. Oh, my God. We have 5 gifted subs from Colossi. Is that right? Colossi. We have plushies that we're selling. It's the last night. Super impromptu stream. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't even know we were going to stream. We were frankly going to be working all night. We are still going to be working all night. 1,000 bits from Silenced Song. Thank you so much, Silenced Song.
I'm going to snipe this question.
Snipe it.
Will the lady and lad be rejoining y'all in Stardust Rhapsody? And if not, y'all get Nikki to join. Love you guys. No, and no.
Nope.
And also tune in tomorrow. I'm not even rejoining.
Yeah.
Why do you think that anybody else would rejoin?
There's only 3 members of the Stardust crew left alive. And
spoilers.
That's it. Spoilers.
But too bad.
If you're not caught
watching.
up, it's too late.
Yeah, it is too late.
There's literally only
there's a 5-minute video you can go watch to get caught up.
Yeah.
We released a 45-minute video yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Right? Was it yesterday morning or was it this morning? Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
So if you're looking to get caught up on Stardust Rhapsody or you just need a refresher, go watch the recap video we posted. It's fucking awesome.
It's wonderful.
Do you like jelly beans, Mike? What's your favorite flavor?
I wouldn't call myself a jelly bean connoisseur. I think when they're available, I'll try a couple. I like very light, citrusy, sour. I like sour jelly beans, citrusy jelly beans.
I was going to say, I'm not a jelly bean guy, but I bet you I would
too.
like licorice flavor, like actual black licorice.
Yeah.
And then I'd like anything that's like lemon or lime.
Yeah.
Orange.
If it's the heavier, thicker, syrupy, sugary ones, no thank you. But the ones that are lighter, tropically, citrusy, sour, I like. Generally, that's the case. The one thing I miss about drinking, one of the few things I miss about drinking are sour beers. Because I just like light, refreshing, sour things. And also in my jelly beans.
The Froppy says, a recap of A recap of Stardust Rhapsody.
Stardust Rhapsody.
It's coming back tomorrow. It was 14 episodes we played last year. You will want a recap. I promise you. You'll want a recap.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, tomorrow everybody's gonna be like, where's Andy? And then we're gonna have to be like, did you watch the recap video? Did you get caught up?
He's fucking dead.
So don't expect me.
I love how Mace, the dungeon master, the game master.
We already spoiled it. We already spoiled. We're talking about Stardust.
The game master literally looks at you in the camera and says, Pike and Rex are dead. And you're like, I can't wait till Pike and Rex show up.
Yeah, right?
It's like, what level of cope? What level of cope do all of you have? It is literally Goo Man, the Goo Man, Dwarf Man, and the Clown
Goo-
is all you get.
Goo Man
And I know,
Jones.
it sounds awful, because it is. You're right.
It's awful. We're
You are correct.
50% of the way through level 5. Come on, let's do it. Go get some plushies
Tuna
too.
nuts and a jellyfish.
Train going on.
So, Rich, this isn't updating. This stream element is not updating
It's
for some
acting
reason.
bizarre.
Hold on.
No, I didn't fuck it up. We had to filter out channel redeems because that's a new feature they added. But then when I turned that off, everything got all fucked up.
So hold on. Let me hit F5.
I think fans of Stardust Rhapsody need to learn their history.
See, okay, now it's updating.
Now it's updated.
But we were getting
was-
all these
it was
fucking
stagnating.
channel point redemptions because it's a new feature.
Yeah.
So I had to go in the filter and turn that off.
Oh, let me set up. How much time is it?
Richie's back.
It's just do 11:59 if you can do that. Otherwise, it's like
So,
if you want the exact time, go to the plushie page. Just click on one of the plushies.
I think Rhapsody fans need to study the history of Julius Caesar and crossing the Rubicon. Effectively, of the things that we experienced in the previous 6 sessions, we're so beyond. There's no going back. Like there's no. Everything is fucked. And I'm sorry if you're coping.
Planets were destroyed.
2 of them. Everything is fucked. 5 gifted Kyle's Demon. 5 gifted She's Up Late Again. $6 super chat from Matthew Don Giva Robinson. And I have the super chats pulled up here.
Is Hazel coming back? Not anytime soon.
Nope.
Diesel was murdered and lit on fire.
No, that's not true. She's alive
First
and
time you chuckles, I gotta know how it ends. Oh, Witchlight, how it ends. Well, you will discover how Witchlight ends this year or next year, depending on how long it goes.
On the screen right now.
It's on the screen right now. Once Upon a Witchlight is returning April 23rd. April 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. April 23rd. April 23rd. So you'll be able to see. And a $6, or that was a £10 super chat.
Whoa.
That's like $15. That's like $15 at least. Thanks. $10 super chat. If I wanted to get into Root, which expansion should I get? And which should you pull up for Uprooted? We are loosely inspired by the game from Leader, legally required to say we are very loosely inspired. We are not at all associated with Leader Games. That said, it is my favorite board game of all time. I think the expansions post Riverfolk are fine, but I actually think that the game was perfected with the addition of the Lizard Cult and the Riverfolk Company.
Yadas.
I think that the Duchy and the Core of the Conspiracy are fun and fine. I have not played any of the other factions beyond that, I admit, because I just have not been, since I've been doing this full time, and since we started taking off, we haven't had much time for board games.
We have a legitimate first-time chatter that just said, Mikey, if Mace's guild bike, I'm gonna riot. I don't know what to tell you.
Go watch last episode.
Go watch the fucking campaign.
He literally says, LaBouche shoves his arm into Pike, and not in the fun way.
I got anime donutted up there with Ace and
and
Rengoku.
you are dead. You kill Pike.
Like Rengoku and
It's
Ace.
like you knock him unconscious.
I got fucking donutted.
It's not you knock him unconscious. It's not like he goes down.
No.
It's not like he injures him.
My organs got punched out of my chest.
Kills. This isn't invincible, folks. This isn't invincible. Everyone loses their organs every other fucking session or episode, and they're fine.
I do not believe you. He was taken for a reason. Okay, the Empire can save him, maybe, but Rex was pretty adamant that you do not let Pike get on the Empire ship after he was already on the Empire ship.
You guys are.
Do you guys even listen to the campaign? Do you even watch the campaign?
I'm sorry. He literally rearranged. LaBouche literally rearranged.
There was no draw.
Fan art win.
There was no draw on the cigarette. What May said was Rhett could see smoke rising from the cigarette. There's no draw.
That happens normally. Yeah.
The cigarette was lit.
I had to call out
because my good buddy Rhett was trying to light one, be like, "You're gonna be all right, buddy. You're gonna be all right."
It's called denial.
So,
yes, it's one of the phases.
The $10 super chat was from Mom Party. I recommend the Riverfolk Company. Anything else is fine, but I think Root was perfected at the 4 base factions, plus Riverfolk Company and the Lizard Cult. That's
I'm sniping this question. If half the party is dead, are we getting a new intro? Tune in tomorrow.
I don't know what to tell you.
Tune in tomorrow.
We'll find out.
I don't know what to tell you, folks. Matthew Don, $6 super chat. First off, we gotta know how it ends. We already said that. Oh, we got a £10 super chat. Oh, this is a £10 super chat from Rex. Thank you. I'm getting all confused. $15 basically. I saw the green on Cleveland the last game. First off, Heresy, you make the Omnista cry, but want to ask you roleplay Warhammer, or is it just like the models? If so, what's your army? We play, if you're not familiar, we play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay every Monday.
That's right.
That's our Monday
That's
Patreon.
right.
It's on our Patreon for Pearl Dolphin tier patrons or higher.
Meowth, that's
we play.
right.
It's not in 40k, so hopefully you like both flavors of Warhammer. We do not do 40k here. That said, I am collecting miniatures for Warhammer: The Old World. I have enough. I have a full army of beastmen. I have a full army of orcs and goblins, of the troll horde, as well as orc boys and some wyvern riders and big boss. And no, I never found the spider riders. Never found spider riders.
And Grand Cathay was just announced.
Grand Cathay. So I think Mace is gonna get in on this.
Hell yeah.
We have a hype train going. We have 25 seconds. Can we get to level 6? Hype train levels. We gotta get to level 6, folks.
Someone ban Chloe.
What did she say?
you. I'm the mod that's always rooting to kill all the characters.
Well, I mean, you got like a 50% kill streak at that point.
Yeah.
Folks,
based on the
5
original
from
party.
Kyle's mom.
Mickey, if you're here, kill Marius, please.
5 gifted from She's Up Late Again. Oh, we already
Make
did
sure
that.
he's dead.
Don't kill him. He's already technically
Kyle's
dead.
demon.
That's true.
So the microphone was blinking out the DE. So I saw Kyle's mom. And I always think of the song, have you ever met my friend's Kyle's mom? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
That's right, that's old school.
She's the biggest bitch. If there ever was a bitch, she's the bitch to all the boys and girls.
girls.
I have not heard that song in 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's still deeply ingrained
That's how
in
music
my
works.
in my brain.
Musical memory, dude.
Hey, have you
That was
met
really
my
before.
friend
That was really
Kyle's
before my
mom?
time. I didn't watch South Park until I
I
was in
was
college.
literally before it was on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Our uncle who worked in LA
Yep.
and was a color corrector. He said, "Guys," and we were fucking young. He shouldn't have shown us this. He had a VHS
Yeah.
where they were passing around when they were shopping it around. He had got it at a party.
When it first came out, we were really young.
Yep. Oh, we were really young.
Yeah.
And so we watched it as like Evil Santa, and we were kids, and we had the VHS. It was like a
Jesus.
white label that was like South Park, and he got it at a party or something, or from his contacts, and we
is it-
fucking watched it.
The train is over.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the train.
Hype train.
missed the
10
ending.
gifted from Sleepy Squirrel.
Thank you.
I'm feeling like a Sleepy Squirrel these days.
I have a
5 gifted from Raw Insanity 1918.
Here's a fun question.
Yeah,
From
do it.
random Mushroomy. What's a weird fact you all know, but rarely get to share aloud? My favorite is, if you had to guess how long, and especially the difference between 1,000,000 seconds and 1,000,000,000 seconds, do you know what those convert to as more reasonable time like blocks?
Oh, it's like not even close. Like it's
not close. That's a
you
hint.
can't imagine 1,000,000,000 seconds.
I will just tell you,
Yeah.
because almost anybody I ask this question to, they will never be able to get it. 1,000,000 seconds is about 13 days.
Yeah.
1,000,000,000 seconds is about 32 years.
Yeah. That's wild.
So just put that into perspective.
I think about that in terms of money.
Yeah, or grains of
billion
rice,
or grains of
right?
rice.
Like you can't even
That's a
think
lot of
about,
rice.
right? Like how absolutely insane it's nuts.
I forget the whole 52 factorial.
Oh,
factoid.
yeah. There's one where it's like if you basically took, it's something insane like 1,000,000 humans, right?
Yeah.
And you basically had them start shuffling decks of cards from the beginning of time until now. We would only just now start to be seeing like actual repeats of those shuffles.
Look at these based pumpkin potion emotes in chat.
Those are really
Oh,
good, actually.
look at this
We
little
love
reveal.
pumpkin potion here.
Big fan.
Oh, they're
She
so
got a lot
good.
of animated ones. Wow.
We have slots for tons and tons of animated
I know,
ones
we
if
gotta-
just had
gotta
the
figure that
time.
out.
There's just no time.
Let's figure that out.
Oh, so it's something of like basically if every 1 billion years, if you basically say like 52 factorial seconds, right? And you start a timer. You take one step every billion years, and then every time you cross, you make your way all the way around the Earth. You start at the equator, make your way all the way around the Earth. You take one, you like place one paper next to you, and then you do that again. And once the paper reaches the sun, you then take a drop of water from the Pacific Ocean. And then you do that every time, and then once the ocean is empty, you restart all over again. And by the time that you've done that, you're like 1% of the way there.
Yeah.
That's
There's
unbelievable.
The way that I had heard it for 52 factorial was basically combinations of playing cards. If you're shuffling a deck,
Yeah.
you could basically shuffle from the beginning of time till now, and you would only just start to see like repeats. It's like actually crazy, like how long. It's just wild. It's absolutely wild. Numbers get
Unless you
bananas.
cheat.
Numbers start to get bananas very quickly.
Anyway, that's a pretty fun fact.
Here's a good question, Plushy related question. outside of Bitsy, which Uprooted plushie did we expect to do well? I didn't think that Booker would do as well as he did.
I had faith.
I didn't think he would
I
be
had
second.
faith.
I figured he'd be like top 3, maybe.
I assumed he'd be.
You thought he'd be second place?
The order is exactly what I thought it'd be.
Wow.
Yeah. I did think he'd be second. Because who else would be?
I don't know. I just didn't think it would be Booker.
Peggy would be third.
Yeah. And Grumley be fourth.
And Grumley
and
be
Hazel
fourth,
be fifth.
and
And
Hazel
John
be
Cobb
fifth.
be sixth.
I thought
Which is
Hazel
actually-
would do slightly better.
I thought Hazel would be.
I thought Hazel would do better.
I thought Hazel would be fourth, and Grumley would be fifth, because Grumley, like you said, hadn't come online until season 2,
Right.
and so he's only just getting shorts of him now.
That's fair. But he's a cute dog.
Well,
so
cute-
he had the frosting
we
last time.
We
He was
like a cute
cat,
pug. We like
right?
a cute pug.
Very cute.
Let me. Okay, Trumpet Goat, finally the super chat. Can't wait for my Bitsy plush. Your campaigns have been helping me through the rough time recently. Generally, can't thank you enough. Thank you, Trumpet Goat, for your support. Matthew Schultz, Canadian, $10. What's your favorite Pathfinder class? We don't play Pathfinder, so I don't know how to answer that.
Goating Zerb wants to know, for the wiki, I'm sure, if Grumley's Illrigger class is a permanent change. Yes.
Fuck no.
He has to be
I
Illrigger
will-
for the rest of his life.
I will quit the campaign.
And in fact, if he doesn't learn Illrigger by next week, we kill Grumley.
if I have to play Illrigger one more time in
do.
combat,
You do.
I'm
It's
going
happening
to
next
kill
week.
myself.
You better learn him next week or
No,
we
I
kill
won't.
Grumley.
I
We
won't.
kill Grumley.
I can't.
You know
I'll
what?
quit the
I actually
campaign.
really feel like that was a great season finale, so maybe we'll figure something else to do.
Oh.
I
agree. I think if you push it for another episode or two, it's not going to have the same magic.
I really don't think so. I feel like
It was a wonderful season
I
finale.
feel like it was a perfect season finale that sets up a broad campaign that we can play for years.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna call it there.
Oh.
We'll figure something else
first,
out.
Folks, first.
What I will say is, though, we have to play D&D. We
Yeah.
have to play. We
Yeah.
have to play something.
We'll
We
play
can't
something.
not play something. Because we have things we have to do.
Yes.
You know what I want to play? What I always want.
DCC. Fireboard.
Shroud
Well,
over
yes.
Sightmarsh?
No. Yes, but what do I want to play?
13 beers.
That's not D&D.
No, but it is
Does that
tabletop.
count?
I don't know. I'll work my magic.
Double check.
I feel like we'll get more people with 13 beers. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway,
That could be.
if Derek's up to it.
I love this question because I think about this a lot from Auntie Samanita. If you DM'd a one-shot for a group of like 8 to 10-year-olds, what would you do? What would that look like? I've thought about this a lot because I hope to DM for my daughter one day. I hope that I don't wait till she's 8. I'd like to DM before that.
Yeah.
There's this really great.
hook her older
Somebody
friends,
sent me
too.
some videos of this guy who DMs for his 2 daughters that are like 4 and 6. And it's super basic. And it's basically like, do you want to go find the cupcake? Do you want to rescue the kitty? Right? Like super basic stuff. But it at least gets them like talking and like problem solving and like basic math and things like that. So I've thought about it a lot. I don't have a good answer for you, but I would basically try to write a one shot for the audience, meaning like what do the 8 and 10-year-olds like? What are they into, right? And then try to write something that would be interesting to them. Try to make it as heroic as possible, right? Try to make
Apparently,
it,
8 and 10-year-olds are the biggest murder hobos imaginable.
Yes.
I would think so.
Is what I was told at GaryCon.
That wouldn't shock me.
And so, focus on just tons and tons of murder. Violent, bloody gore, throat slitting, decapitations.
That's 8-year-olds?
That's what I was told.
A little graphic.
That's what I was told.
I don't know.
They're
if I
all
would go that
they're all
route.
about it.
Again, you got to do it for the audience. So maybe there's absolutely, there's
Ziva's mentioned in the wild.
I know, I
Wow.
just saw
I
that.
will never have a child, but if I did, I think I would raise them to the point where if they were 8 or 10, I could play a very friendly, heartwarming Animal Crossing coded.
That's what I'm saying.
An Animal Crossing coded.
Yeah. Go catch bugs.
Catch bugs.
I don't think that's what I want though.
Do experience fun things around your little comfy animal island.
The children yearn for the mines.
Well,
Maybe.
What else
Maybe
can
they
I
do.
say?
Maybe they do.
That's what I would do. I would do something very Animal Crossing coded. Something very fun, friendly, comfy.
I agree.
Let me see if there's any more super stats we need to snipe.
So I discovered you guys after the release and finish of the Hootsie plushie. Would there ever be a re-release of that cute little owlbear? Not in that form factor.
No.
If we were to ever do a Hootsie again, especially with Makeship, or on our own, it would have to be different. It would have to be different. It wouldn't be the same thing. That's all I can say.
Our audience has increased by over an order of magnitude since Hootsie.
That's right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We were under 200K.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Under 200K.
It was around the 4th of July weekend of that year.
Whoa.
Of 23.
Or maybe we were just at 200K, right? And now we're at 2 mil. So that's an order of magnitude, if my math is correct.
What was your favorite album or single of last year?
Last year?
Yeah, I would have to take a... I don't know what got released. I was going to say...
Was Arcane last year?
I mean, yeah.
Season 2?
Yeah, it was last year.
Le Milieu Ennemi.
Is that the single?
It's the single, yeah. The single.
I don't think...
The French song from Arcane.
I don't think that Chapel released her album last year, but that's what I listened to the most last year. Was The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess.
I think, honestly, the music that I listened to the most last year... I can't talk.
Well, yeah, my favorite single of last year is...
Same.
That's very funny.
I can't say. Who's to say?
I need this coffee bad, folks.
When are we going to get more Once Upon a Witchlight? I think we answered that. April 23rd. April 23rd, Witchlight. Once Upon a Witchlight will be returning. When should I expect the codes for the Crooked Moon beta after pre-ordering? I pre-ordered this week. There shouldn't be any,
over.
There shouldn't be any codes.
No. So if you got it last week and you want it now, granted, your card will get locked in the next couple days, and that's when you can do it. Your order has to be locked down, and we will charge your card and take the money out of your account or whatever. And that is when you're able to access it. If you want to preempt that, where we lock all the cards for the month, then you can email Nikki at help@avantress.com, and she can lock down your order for you, and then it will be in your digital downloads.
That's right.
So if you want to see the beta PDF, that said, we are releasing the full PDF of the Crooked Moon, both in 2014 and 2024 5e, this next Monday.
On Monday.
On Monday, the 31st.
whole ass book.
So you may as well wait, is what I would suggest.
There's no more testing to do.
There's no more betaing. Like the final PDF drops on Monday.
This is a good question, and I think it's important. Jackie wants to know, how much beef butter is on the forecast for tomorrow? The stream is starting 4 a.m. their time, and they want to juggle sleep versus not missing anything. I would err on the side of us starting on time. I think it's very important that we start at a reasonable time.
Me personally, I agree with that.
I'm getting here extra early tomorrow because we
Please
have...
do.
I
You have a key.
Yes.
please bang on my door if I'm asleep.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
And then once everybody's awake, I'm going to go get coffee and donuts, and I'm going to wish you guys well, and I'm move on with my life.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna be here for emotional support.
Well, I got work to do,
Yeah,
right?
that's
I got
true,
shit to
that's
do.
true.
So it's
we
like,
got
you know,
meetings we gotta do.
there's stuff that I have to connect with Mason on, and I know that he's like fucking neck deep in this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm showing up early tomorrow, making sure everybody's fucking awake. I'm going to help Rich with stream stuff, and then I'm going to go have brunch.
Bro, I already miss donuts.
Oh, I know. I shouldn't even said it.
Donuts are such a fucking. Like,
I have to
trigger.
retool my brain now to like not, let you guys like fall into it.
Make sure you accept this, Astrolotl.
How do I?
I want to read a Soyaf because of you, Mikey. Should I read it, physically read it, or audiobook it? I struggled. I struggled very much to get into it reading because it's hard for me to kind of like sit down with the book and get in position and read, and I was very much against audiobooks. And then I gave it a try, and Roy Dotrice, the late great Roy Dotrice, who does the first 5 books, the only ones currently out. He has some things that are bad and some that are really bad, but overall does such an amazing, wonderful job where I think he was irreplaceable, frankly. And I think the audiobooks are absolutely outstanding. Once you get used to Roy Dotrice's voice, and there are a couple of very questionable choices that are not good, especially in this day and age. So, your mileage may vary, but I think overall he did a wonderful.
No, it's really good. What I will say, I will counter, because I was not an audiobook guy when I first read the first 4 books and
now
started the 5th.
I'm a full convert.
I absorb way more by reading. And if I had started listening to the very first book without ever reading any of it, it would have been much more difficult to absorb. The first time I got into the audiobook, I'd already read Game of Thrones twice. So it was very easy for me to get into the accents, to understand what he was saying, because I knew the book. It would have been much harder, difficult hurdle for myself personally if I had just jumped into audiobooks. So, but again, I think that both of them are amazing, and I think that if you only have the ability to listen, Roy does an unbelievable job for 80% of the reading with his voices and his voice acting. And especially if you are driving a lot and you can't read. But I will always be a proponent of physical book over audio most of the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Most of the time.
I think both are great options.
Now, the dude who reads fucking A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is god tier.
Harry Lloyd, who played Viserys in the show, and also Victor from Arcane.
He's Viserys?
Yeah.
And Victor?
And Victor from Arcane.
No way!
Yeah, that's Harry Lloyd.
So what I'll say is that his vocal variation of doing different characters isn't as good as Roy's.
No, it's not.
But he's
Roy was super
such a good reader.
He won a Guinness. He won a Guinness Award.
Yeah.
For most characters ever voiced in an audiobook.
And the guy that Viserys, the guy that we're talking about, like he's such a good reader.
Yes.
And he's so clear and he's so eloquent that he doesn't. He's great in another way.
Yes.
In a different way.
Yes. He's if they got him to do Winds of Winter if it ever comes out, I would be happy. But bro, when he reads the end of The Hedge Knight and that one thing happens, I'm like, ugh! I had to listen to the entire thing all over.
Can I say the one line that Haas said to me?
Yeah.
Because he said it to me and it wasn't really a spoiler. And I think Richie will really appreciate this.
Yeah.
There's this point in the book where Dunk is, or in the first novella, where Dunk is he's getting his ass handed to him, right? He's just getting his fucking ass handed to him. And there's a moment where I'm like, oh fuck, this is not gonna end well for Dunk. Like Dunk's in trouble. And he has this moment where he kind of has to like steel himself and redouble, and he like doesn't have any strength left, and he's just doing everything that he can. And he has this thought of, this guy might be able to beat Sir Duncan the Tall, but he can't beat Dunk of Flea Bottom.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking goes ape shit. I was on the plane home, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I was almost like, let's go, like on the plane, and they would have had to restrain me. Like they would have thought I was having a medical emergency.
Yeah.
It's just such a fucking Kino moment where you're like, let's fucking go, Dunk. A fucking Flea Bottom, let's go. Anyway.
Fucking Dunk.
I love Dunk.
Okay, is there a possibility of y'all playing Tainted Grail again? I would never say never.
Never say never.
But again, that was
no current plans.
That was a sponsored stream. Studio Gatte would have to come back and say that they really wanted to work with us again, and they did express interest. But that was maybe for a different product or something, right? And who knows what their timeline looked like. So you never say never. Never say never.
Let me slide some super checks here.
Please.
$5 super chat from Joe Ruff. Mace is a merciless killer as a DM, and I'm so used to Tai Shannon, who's a sweetheart. Also a Marvel fan, so I never believe folks to be dead. I feel there's a lot of overlap in what you just said.
It's very funny.
That's all. That's the last I'll speak of it. Ruby Stone, $10 super chat. Love your channel, guys. It really helped me through tough times. So thank you, heart. That said, I have a question. If you had to swap one of your characters from one world to another, who would it be? I presume you mean at 2 different campaigns?
I would take Andy from 13 Beers of the Local Cheese, and I would put him in Dragon Maid.
I love this. That's how I'm interpreting it. I'm taking Mikey the
Miss
NPC
Kobayashi's
from Once
Dragon
Upon a
Maid.
Witchlight, and I'm putting him in Dragon Maid.
We're all going into Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
I'm going to Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yep.
I'm going in. That's. I mean, there's no other universe. There's no other universe comes close, frankly. None.
You let me know when your super chats are good.
We're caught up.
Okay. Casual Monster says, I love the top-down tokens from my digital downloads. They turned out so scary good.
Oh, good.
Do you guys have a favorite?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, let me pull it up. What channel would that be in? Probably like Moon Visuals. Tokens.
Oh, let me think. What turned out like better than I expected?
Just real quick while you think.
Yeah.
Tell me the Grey Raven said, do y'all want a copy of the photo I took of you at the Tuscan restaurant in Lake Geneva?
Hell yeah.
If you want to put it in our Discord,
Throw it in the Discord.
Just throw it in the Discord.
Absolutely.
We have a conventions channel in our Discord.
Yeah.
You can just throw it in the I think somebody showed me that photo though. So that photo was already going around.
They had a great fucking chicken parm. Let me tell you.
They really did.
The
vodka sauce helps.
With the vodka sauce.
Dude,
My favorite is that, like, when we're in a restaurant like that, or when we're somewhere where we're not, like, physically inside of a convention, and somebody's like, hey, can I get your picture? And everybody in the is like, what the fuck? Who are these?
they're like,
schlubs?
are you
Who are these? Who are these overweights and undesirables?
Yeah, who are these overweights and
And it all with
undesirables?
the stunned look of people being like, why are these people just getting their fucking photo taken in a restaurant? I love it. I love every single second of it. It never ceases to amaze me. It's fucking wonderful.
My favorite, I think, after thinking about it, and I'm sure that there's many, but I believe the Necrolisk is probably one of my favorite tokens. Because it's just this super long, slithery, slimy, gross guy, and just all of the coiling in on itself to make it, to give it its full length and fit the huge footprint is my favorite, the Necrolisk.
Can you check Discord in 5, 4, 3,
Me?
2, 1? Yeah. Are you good with this? The first date or the second?
Yeah,
Let me look at the calendar.
if the calendar aligns, then yeah, either or. Either or.
Favorite pancake topping? Mine is just butter. I like my pancakes with butter and nothing else.
Butter's the best topping. I'm happy with butter. I like butter and syrup, but if we're talking about I prefer it in my pancakes, but blueberry banana is the slept-on combo that is utterly delicious. I love blueberry banana combo flavor in pancakes. It just hits, and you got to make sure that they're a little salty. That's how you unlock
I agree.
the flavor.
I agree.
Unlock it. And then also salty butter too. It should be salted butter on that shit, not unsalted.
Ooh, I'm snagging this one real quick.
Do
Question
it.
for
Do it,
Andy.
bro.
Working at Forming a Human at the moment, and partner I have long loved the name Andy with an IE. As a share of the name, did you get any unfortunate nicknames growing up? Not once.
Yeah.
I've had people try to make Drew stick as a nickname and never once did.
No, you're not. Drew.
No, I'm not. We've
even
had this
close.
conversation.
Not even.
And again, you got to keep in mind though, I was very different in high school and middle school growing up than I am now. But still, I never had any unfortunate nicknames. Nobody ever ripped on me for my name. And I used to go by Andrew for a really long time before I made the conscious decision in middle school to go by Andy. And it's been Andy ever since 6th or 7th grade. And no, I never had any unfortunate nicknames.
It's a good name. We got one or two super chats. One. Well, let me just check. Ooh, yeah. Dagon, $15 super chat. Thank you. Thanks to everyone on YouTube who's watching us or on Twitch. We love all of you. The plushies are still going. I'm gonna give this a super chat. Hey guys, I got a question. I've created my own homebrew world for 5e that I've been running, but I'm trying to come with deities of the world. Will you have any suggestions on how to make them? Frankly, using all of the deities that are in various myth pantheons and also in the various D&D settings is what I did. There's a ton that are there. There's a lot of fun ones. I think creating pantheons these are the only gods is a little tough. But what I would do is I would basically find kind of a strong core theme. Is it an animal theme pantheon? Is it a theme that's more nature-y? Is it a theme that's more kind of like Titan-esque? Find a core theme that they can all connect to, and that'll make it easier.
Andy, were you a goth in school? Absolutely not.
That's wild, bro. That'd be
That's
fun.
very funny. No, I was not even remotely
And
goth.
so, also, if you're just joining us, this is your last chance to get these plushies. Where's Bitsy? Is she on the ground? Oh, it's Bitsy. It's Bitsy. Hooray. Oh, it's Booker. Oh, it's Peggy. And also John Claude. No one cares about him.
I care.
I care.
I care.
But what I mean is I'm looking at the numbers. I'm a numbers man. Not really. When it comes to money, I'm a dollars man.
Any chance of you doing conventions closer to on the west coast of the U.S.? Yeah, there's always a chance. We're looking at the other PAXs, potentially maybe for next year. We'll see. What I can tell you is that if we don't make it to a convention, there's always a chance that we'll have a presence or a booth, and the sales team will be there. But I would be shocked if we never went to PAX West.
Yeah, I would say that it's not a 100% certainty that we will never do that. What I'll say that because unfortunately, or fortunately, it's both, that we're running two companies, and one of which is the content side and the streaming side, but the other is publishing. Any convention that we go to is a tremendous opportunity cost. Of even one of us going, much less 4 or 5 of us or 6 of us going, means that is 5, 6, 7 days where we're still working, but not nearly as much or as efficiently, and that has a tremendous impact on our publishing business. So we need to always balance that, unfortunately.
Andy, do you approve of the Hazel Booker ship? I don't approve of any ship because you know what? You don't need my approval.
Yep.
You're free to ship whoever you want
Yep.
together, as far as their
Don't seek
characters are
anyone's
not real
approval.
people.
This is some facts of life.
Yeah, as long as they're just characters and not real people, you can ship whomever you'd like.
Oh, baby.
Would you guys ever come to Florida? Yeah, I'll be in Florida at some point.
Me too. Me too.
Not for a convention. Oh, actually, that's not true.
Maybe.
There's a chance that we'll be at a Florida convention.
There's a
convention.
There's a chance.
Not this year.
No.
Also, I'll be in Florida. But you know, so yes, I will come to Florida. I
Now
will
that
come to Florida.
one of my special interests that even though I haven't been to a theme park in 10 years or 15 years, I want to try to get back to theme parks again. $5 super chat. Dalton Duforn. Uprooted related question. What IRL day do you suppose Corn and Corn Alone Day is so we can celebrate? That's a really good one. I think that the chat should vote on
This is
what
also a
date-
decision that shouldn't be made lightly. Because
Oh,
once
no.
you pick it, you pick it.
Oh, exactly.
Like
I mean,
National Beef Butter Day happened and it's stuck.
at the end of the day, you know, I don't know what National Corn and Corn Alone Day is. I think I'll have to think about it. I'm going to snipe this one.
Oh, yeah. Time out. Is it the one that I think the one
The bottom
marinated?
one.
The one? No, not the one marinated fish, because that's actually more important. I
didn't see that one.
Yeah, we talked about going to Essenspiel. We canceled Essenspiel.
Oh,
sorry, we're not going to
sorry.
Essenspiel.
We canceled a lot of cons this year.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
We are not going to Essen this year. We're gonna aim for next year. We did a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of prep work into making sure that we could be at Essen. And the more that we started running numbers and weighing things, it is not possible this year without it being a bad decision. So we're not gonna be at Essen this year. Sorry. Now you can snipe.
Is King Talon asks, is Crooked Moon going to be, make sure you complete the question.
Yeah, I am.
Is Crooked Moon going to be available on D&D Beyond at some point? What I'll say is that there are no announcements currently. There are no announcements for D&D Beyond. But what I would say is
There are no announcements.
there are no announcements.
You make me laugh, Mike. You're a very funny person. There are no announcements.
There are no announcements.
There are no announcements.
There are no announcements.
No announcements.
Nothing has been announced
Get
for
out of my
D&D
head.
Beyond. But if you like D&D Beyond, just keep using it.
Not sponsored.
Not
Not
sponsored.
Not sponsored. No
Not
announcements.
sponsored.
No announcements.
We
Get out
use
of my head.
we use D&D Beyond.
No
not
announcements.
sponsored. Not sponsored.
That's very funny.
Just curious if you Last Airbender fans had a chance to read / listen to the books on the Kyoshi and on Yang Chen. I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm aware of them. Ever since I was a massive Avatar: Last Airbender, mega fanboy of Avatar: Last Airbender. But just with Korra and with the comics that came out after that, all of it was effectively so bad, except for season 3, and season 4 was okay of Korra. It was all so bad, like embarrassingly bad, that I just gave up. I believe that Mike and Brian, I think that they needed Aaron Ehaz, and Aaron Ehaz needed them. And I think that Avatar: The Last Airbender was lightning in a bottle. And I think that it was no one person or pair that could capture that magic, and no one can ever capture that magic again, ever, in my opinion. I think that it was a combination of minds in a time and a place, and so I have given up on Avatar: The Last Airbender and all future projects. Just like I've done with Star Wars, except for Andor, and just like I've done for other things. I just have been able to put that passion to bed. But if you enjoy it, please enjoy it, right? Please enjoy it. Please enjoy all that stuff. I think that what they did with Azula was unconscionable. I think that
in the comics?
In the comics,
Yeah.
What'd they do?
It was just they just kept her. Her arc is she gets no arc. Horrible mustache, twirling villain. They undo her. It's awful. It is awful, and it's very clearly a in real life thing where they hated that Aaron Ehaz was the one who basically created Azula, and her arc was with him, and Grey Delisle, who's her voice actress, doing it without them telling them what to do. And I think they were very salty about how popular and successful Azula's character.
They ruined my crazy queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad.
Unfortunate.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, I am going to, for instance, I was ready to put my love of Arcane to bed if it wasn't for the last 3 episodes to come and save it of season 2. And so I will give their Noxus show a chance. And
I just don't even know if I'm ever gonna watch the second season.
you don't really need to,
I know,
honestly.
but only if. But if the Noxus stuff ends up being good and there's any kind of tie-in,
you
or
will
anything.
need, you will need it.
That's
You
what
will
I'm
need-
saying,
yeah.
right? Like I'm gonna have to.
Season 2 in part was like, oh, we gotta get this fucking Piltover shit for reasons that I will not elaborate on camera. Anyway, good question.
I'm sending.
What about the tarot cards? The art is so varied and hard to pick. Oh, if we had to pick a favorite tarot card.
Oh,
I love the Fool. I think it was the first one I saw.
The Fool was the first one that got done.
And I just loved it.
The Fool
And I
was
think
the
I still
first-
love it. I think it's my favorite.
you know what? I think
Wheel of Fortune is really good.
It is.
I'm a big fan.
Well, you're
I'm
biased.
biased.
You're very
obviously.
biased.
It's a good card though.
What's Marius? What's
the Hierophant?
pre-fallen Marius?
Hierophant.
Oh, Justice.
No,
Justice is pre-fallen.
With like the crown of thorns and stuff. God, that's so fucking good.
I will say, I think there's a lot that I love. There's a lot that I love. And if you asked me on another day, I would give you a different answer.
Yeah.
But the answer I'm giving you today is the Four of Wands.
Oh.
Do you have it up?
I will pull it up. Jamie, I don't know if we can pull that up, Jamie, but
Just send it to me
I'll
just
put
so
it.
I
I'll
can
put.
look at it.
Yeah, I'll put it here.
They can go order the digital tarot at thecrookedmoon.com.
Oh yeah, that one's very fun.
The Four of Wands
Yeah,
is
that's
a
excellent.
card that has stayed with me.
The implication and
It's-
just like the lore is fucking awesome.
It is amazing. The lore, the implication, the vibe, the theme, the flavor of the wands as decided by Leonard. Four of Wands is, and if you don't know what we're talking about, get your digital tarot deck by ordering the digital tarot at thecrookedmoon.com.
Or just order the physical deck. You'll get it when
Oh,
we
yeah,
ship
you'll
it,
get the
and you'll immediately, once the order's locked, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, we have to lock it and charge you, but
Um,
then you will get your tarot PDF that
Four
has
of
all
Wands.
of the art.
Four of Wands.
Are any of us history nuts? And if so, do you have a favorite historical event that you think about all the time?
I mean, I care for history, certainly.
I'm enjoy history.
I
when
wouldn't
see
call
it.
myself
I'm not
a nut.
I'm certainly
Nah,
not a
me
nut.
neither.
But I used to watch a ton of documentaries. Like, back when, the History Channel was just nothing but World War II documentaries. I basically just watched it all day long. Go ahead.
I like medieval history. I like ancient history. I like colonial American history. All the way through.
I love the colonial period.
The colonial period is
America.
probably of American history is my favorite. But I love the history of the Industrial Revolution and the turn of the century.
For me, the Wild West.
Oh, the Old
is
West.
super fascinating. So like 18.
I skipped
Post Civil War.
Yeah, I
through
skipped the Civil
1905.
War.
Yeah, that's why. It really
yeah.
starts after the Civil War.
Yeah.
So basically, antebellum period, but not in the South, right? Basically, just everything that happened out west after the war to the turn of the century. And I think early 18th century sailing, right? Like the golden age of piracy.
Yeah. Caribbean history
And Caribbean history, 100%.
is really, really good. But I mean, there's a lot.
World War II is really fascinating.
But I'm not. I kind of got it. I'm not a huge.
cool.
I'm not a huge World War II guy. I think I was more into it when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
I was into like war history and in high
there's a
school.
lot of Roman history that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not like a super Roman Empire guy, and there's lots and lots and lots that I don't know. But I just watched a really cool video on the massacre in the Teutoburg Forest, which is very interesting.
Wow.
Where literally it's impossible to imagine these days, entire legions getting wiped out. Oh God, hello.
I was about to fly into attack mode. They would have witnessed me ripping a man's throat out with my teeth live on
shit.
Twitch. Holy shit.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna
No.
come.
I literally heard you guys get completely silent.
I heard the footsteps. You should probably clip the absolute like fight that just like there's no fight on this bird, baby.
The
It's
blood,
all fight.
The blood has left my face.
Yeah.
Was the door locked?
I didn't lock the door.
We probably should start locking the door now that I think about it.
I lock the door when I leave. I don't lock the door when I get here.
There was a time where I
'Cause I
got
never
similarly
even show
spooked
up.
by Remy.
That's right.
Where he was really stealthy and he wasn't snorting. He just like made strange sounds as he was slowly coming upstairs for some reason. And I thought I was about to get jumped by a ghost.
If there had been somebody that broke into our home, I would not let them harm us. Just so you know.
Oh, I can scoot over this way.
I was ready
Which side do you want to be on?
to
this
defend
side.
That's that side. Okay.
to defend all of our honors.
I'm gonna get.
I mean, I can also move and sit next to Mike. I'm not-
I mean, would you rather be there?
It's fine there. It's totally fine. What you can just do it.
Yeah,
do it.
this will be super easy. It'll just take me a few seconds to do.
Yeah.
I need to find my other keyboard.
Oh,
Well, my blood pressure's gonna be through the fucking roof for the rest of the stream.
welcome.
Hi.
Now would be the perfect time for us to get attacked because I wouldn't have the refractory period to,
Oh, yeah.
to get back at.
Demon in that.
Very
Well,
important.
demons, I can't fight demons. I don't have that kind of power.
Oh, that's what he told.
That's right. He would know. I'm not Sam and Dean. I'm not
Dalton
Buffy the Vampire
Duforn,
Slayer.
$5 super chat. Hero said he says Corn and Corn Alone Day should be August 14th, as August has no holidays. All in favor.
I think late summer, early fall is
Late
good.
summer, early fall is good.
For
It-
sure.
It needs to be around harvest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be about a time of where you've just harvested.
Ready for this epic zoom in? I gotta focus here. Lean in.
Lean in. Otherwise, I always mix it up.
Getting a behind the scenes look here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh man.
I did not prepare for this.
You told me to come over.
No, it was an open invitation. If you're feeling it, right? Just wanted to get out of the house. Like,
Yeah, everyone had an open invitation.
Yeah. So,
Except for Mace.
welcome.
We said stay home and work on Stardust.
This is a good question for Mikey. For Beneath a Dark Wing, how did you get the story? I just got caught up with it, and I'm curious on how you got the story.
This is public knowledge. A very interesting. It's not interesting. I just feel like such a fucking jackass. Oh, this interesting that has happened. In front of it.
my story is interesting.
If you're familiar with our campaign Prime, our very first campaign, I built out too many arcs, 2 additional full arcs
Too many
that were scrapped from Prime. So currently, Prime is a 6-arc campaign. I originally intended it to be an 8-arc campaign.
Oh!
Could you get some jams? I think the playlist may have ended. Andy.
Oh,
a
it didn't.
quiet.
Yeah, it's only an hour long.
Yeah, that's the problem. They have other
no,
80s.
it actually paused. Continue watching. I guess this is a new one though. Let me go back just in
Oh,
case.
yeah, back up in case it's...
I think that still might be on my boy's channel, but
Nikki can sit at the table. It's just there's a lot of junk.
You should see what. the
There's a
table
lot of
looks
fucking
like.
junk, and it's just easier and simpler to sit there.
Plus, this is my favorite seat in the
Yeah.
studio.
That's like
She's in the
Nikki
catbird
basically.
seat. So I had a plan. Spoilers for Beneath Dark Wings. Spoilers for Beneath Dark Wings.
Mute.
Mute.
Now.
I had
don't.
I had a plan for a full arc where a nation or kingdom was beset upon by the forces of Pazuzu, and a whole Pazuzu arc, and I realized that there was no place in it for Prime. No place in it for Prime at all. People say there's no mic for Nikki.
Because the mic is not on.
stands to reason.
What else did I say?
It'll take a second to
That
boot
would do
up.
it.
And so then I then decided to cut it and then save it for a full campaign because Pazuzu is cool as shit in 4th edition especially.
I'm glad you did.
And I think it needed its own full campaign, and I created a whole campaign around Pazuzu because I'm a bird guy. I like birds a lot. And so I figured, you know what, I would do an avian themed campaign, and then I realized I wanted to make it about war, and this was about political intrigue, and this was about factions and nations warring, and about the complication of morality and
I have a
good and
question
evil.
for you.
And so that's how Beneath Dark Wings came to be.
How much would Beneath Dark Wings change if you were to write it now? Not because of experience, but because of reading Game of Thrones.
Oh, tremendously! Like it is. I wish I had a time machine.
Well,
Tremendously.
that's true for all of our campaigns, you know?
Yes.
Like-
No, and that's why I said not
would change
because
every
of
fucking
time,
character
right?
I've made.
Because
Yeah.
because every campaign we would do over with the experience we've gained since it. but there is something specific about Mike and Game of Thrones and just the very nature of Beneath Dark Wings to begin with.
Yeah. I think I would have handled it very differently. I'm glad how it turned out. I think all things considered, in-universe, out-of-universe, all of the considerations that we have to make, I think that I will be proud of the campaign when it's over. I think there's a lot of things that could have gone better and I would have done differently, but I think I'm happy with how it ended up. So come back.
Back
Spoilers
to
over.
Jamaica.
Oh, good song.
Spoilers over. Oh, man.
Don't you know?
What's the next
Made a
one?
big mistake. Come back. It'd be so sad if you told us goodbye.
God, pour one out, man.
And we promise not to shoot you. God, now all I want to do. I need margarita right now.
Come back.
I need rum punch.
I need 13 margaritas right now.
Bro.
I do miss boat drinks, too. Sour beers,
boat drinks.
boat drinks.
Because no
Ooh.
fake rum will ever
No.
scratch that itch.
Nope.
I think fake beer tastes fucking great.
I love it.
I've never had a fake
No.
liquor
All
that
fake
tastes
rum
good.
that and fake whiskey that I've had has been vile.
It's a lot of just sugar too.
It's
Yeah.
sugar or it is
like
herbaceous.
water. It's just
like
I don't want it
water.
to be herby.
It's not good.
That's not what rum tastes like.
That's not good. I love this question. If you yourself was stuck on an abandoned island with another member's characters, who is it and why? I pick Richie's character's not even fucking close, and we fucking get off that island. We thrive on that island.
That's right. I feel like our characters team up a lot, and yeah, I think that would be great.
Clayton and
Wait, what, can you reframe the question? I'm
it's
sorry.
you yourself are stuck on an island with another member's characters.
Oh, so not
me,
even you don't have your character.
No, I have Yornir and
You have
Clayton.
my-
Richie's
That's
character.
all I
can't-
fucking need.
I can't
because Yornir,
Yornir.
No.
Yornir and Clayton would keep all
And
of his
but
other
Toa
jackass
too.
characters.
Toa.
Yeah, and Toa.
Toa would be
Rodak.
great on an island.
My point is, all of those characters would
I
keep
play
the
very
jackass
competent
ones like
characters.
Briggsy
Brett?
and
Yeah, no, no.
It's
we would
it's not even
Gilligan
close.
Islands. Forget that. We would create. We would
No,
Gilligan
create
Islands.
I would thrive. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even have to go.
Yeah,
I could
Richie's
go home and
character.
I wouldn't need to.
So you're trying to say that you don't think that Sylvie would survive on an island?
No, she'd survive for a while. I just don't think it would be fun. I think it would be unpleasant.
Yeah.
Oh, she would drive you insane.
She'd be like, it's time to eat toads again. And I'd be like, I'm really done with the toads.
We've
you,
wiped
Sylvie. I
so
appreciate
we've
it.
wiped out
I don't-
the
No, you
island's
would-
wild.
I don't
would
want to lick
wake
them.
up-
I don't want to eat them. I
You'd
don't
wake
want
up
to
and
drink
she'd
them.
be feeding you toast.
I know, I
because
would,
she was
yeah.
worried
I'd be
about
like,
you.
thanks, I'm good, Sylvie, please, I promise. And she'd try to steal my soul or something, like trick me
Well,
into a fake
you'd
thing.
think she was gone, and then you'd see just two eyes in the underbrush.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it
trying.
would
Hey,
just
I'm
be
trying to
dangerous.
shower here, okay? You know. Anyway,
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close.
God, well, who am I supposed to play?
I don't know.
yeah, you're fucked. I think next closest is mine. My characters, between like Felix, Marius, Shepard, even Vandris would be reasonable.
Yeah.
Like Scrim would be a fucking nightmare. But again, you
No,
have so
but
you
not
outnumber
as
Scrim,
not as much of a. No, I have to go with Andy. I have
and
to
you
go with
outnumber
Andy.
him. So it's like you can
And
keep.
Tayo, right?
Yeah,
Definitely not my
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Absolutely not my
Well,
characters.
you were the first one I thought of because Barnabas was the first person who popped in my head. But then I was like, I don't want Gricko and Jericho
No.
at all.
I immediately thought of Derek because I think Monty would literally make like a crazy
Monty
Gilligan's Island.
Monty could carry.
Robinson
I
Crusoe.
think Monty
Yeah.
could actually carry.
Right, but then I'm like, well, Bitsy would be there though,
Yeah,
Yeah.
nightmare.
and so
Nightmare.
And so would Frost.
I'd be fine.
Frost I could deal
I don't-
with.
I don't
Frost would
think-
be neutralizing. He'd be
Maybe.
neutral. He wouldn't be good. He wouldn't be helpful.
But you would also have
But he also
what's
would be-
his face? French.
What?
His goopy guy.
Oh,
Labouche would be
Jim.
helpful.
Labouche,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know
Labouche would be
anything
helpful.
about him. Why are you laughing?
His
at me?
goopy guy.
Yeah, his
You
goopy
get, you
guy.
get Derek's
What,
goopy
no,
guy.
what skills does Lethica have for an
And
island?
Caprice.
Caprice is useless. Yeah, no. Monty would have to carry.
Wait, I changed my mind. Lethica's an option. I pick all of Derek's
Can we
characters.
pick just 32 10-foot tall Lethicas?
Because if things
Is
go
that an
south,
option?
I'd have them crush me.
Exactly.
Bro.
Well, we ran out of food. I'll just
Yeah.
lay here on this rock. Lethica number 32.
Oh, that's very funny.
His goopy guy. That's very funny. They call it. Never mind. That's
If
fun.
you played more than Act 2 on Baldur's Gate, what class did you like playing the most? I did not
didn't.
play more.
None of us
Maybe
did.
Nikki did. Did you ever get to
I
Act 2?
never got past Act 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even think I got to Act
back.
2.
Wow.
Come back.
Well, then the answer is none of us did. Maybe Derek did.
Derek must.
Derek watched
Lauren.
do
Oh,
it,
okay.
so
All right,
that counts.
That does count.
As growing up as a twin, that
Yeah,
totally
that counts.
That totally
100% it counts. Watching,
Yeah, for sure.
Watching someone else beat it
Yeah.
counts as you beating it, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, and if you picked my character, you get 13 beers, Andy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Eagle Scout. Yeah, is he?
Oh,
Is
well,
an Eagle Scout?
13 beers, Andy is basically just me.
Yeah, but it's still well, no, but I think your childhood was the same. So I think
Yes.
it's still
Oh
the-
yes,
Yeah,
childhood is the
100%.
same.
There's a divergence at some point,
The divergence is you being like
Young
a
adult.
Moving in with
single
Gary.
bachelor moving in with
Moving in
Gary.
with Gary.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I would take 13 beers, Andy. I would love to have a second meal on the island.
That said, I do think Monty with LaBouche backing him up could potentially carry.
For sure. I don't disagree.
But
Well, no, that's why I like
Bitsy could ruin.
because I was going through it. And I'm like, you know what? This would all be fun. And then I remember Bitsy, and I'm like,
Oh, but you do have Torbeck taking Andy.
That's true. But I don't think that he would. He's not like. He's just annoying.
Shep would put him down. You know what I mean?
yeah. Torbeck. Shep would put him down.
Wrong way. Shep
Look
would
at the
be
guns.
like,
Yeah,
Look at the goals, Torbeck.
Look at the goals, Torbeck.
Look at the
Be all
goals.
right, sorry.
bang.
You know what a wise man once told me, Torbeck? Gadzooks, flying furniture.
Forgive me, Doc. That's very. Wait, then we could just eat his flesh for meat.
Oh,
That would be a very
very
unpleasant.
tainted, poisonous.
We'd all go Witchlight
bad
crazy.
flesh.
Favorite alcoholic drink? I think I have to pick bourbon. Just as like baseline. If I'm picking like a fancy drink, probably a paper plane. It would be my
was
favorite,
it?
favorite alcoholic beverage, which obviously, you know,
I mean, I got.
you don't have to answer.
I have a lot. I love sour beers. I love boat drinks, tropical, fruity drinks. I love rum punch is probably my favorite. I love the icy stuff. I love it, but I think that the most reliable and the one that you can suck down a lot of them is rum punch. I think I love a good whiskey sour. I love a good really dirty martini. I taught Chloe a lot about the dirty martini and Happy.
Dirty Martini is a
and,
is a good drink.
At Gary Co.
Taylor was drinking them,
I'm just saying is that if you're really into martinis, it's a sign.
and I saw him get one. I was like, "Is that a dirty martini?" He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Ooh, I want one bad, but that's gonna end badly."
Bro.
I actually okay. Somebody asked, when did Andy and 13 Beers Andy diverge in the timeline? I can tell you the exact moment.
Okay.
In college,
Yep.
I continued to date this other girl instead of starting to date Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
That's the moment of the
A
divergence.
bad woman will ruin your life.
And I was I
6 ways to
stay
Sunday.
with the other woman. My life immediately goes down the gutter.
Oh, absolutely.
My alcoholism
Absolutely.
gets worse.
Oh yeah.
I drop out of school. I end up face down to the gutter until somehow I stumble upon Gary Goodberry also in the gutter.
Yep. Yep.
And that is the divergent moment for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
100%.
Yep. Nikki, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
I don't like alcohol.
Okay.
Let's say you like a little rum chata.
I like rum
You
chata.
should.
I do.
You
yeah,
should like
chata's
rum
very
chata.
good.
Rum chatas, but I just yeah.
You're not a big alcohol person.
I'm just not a big alcohol person. But I guess if I had to choose something, it'd be rum chata.
Rum chata's very good.
I have a pretty short list.
Yeah, you're very particular.
Rye whiskey Manhattans, View Carrés, made with rye. I mean, which it is, but just to clarify.
Ooh, dark and Stormies.
Rum punch that Mike makes called the Natty Bumpo.
Oh yeah, that's number one. Paper planes are number two for me.
And then out of beers, I want to say I love like 3 broad categories. One is like a good Indianapolis Sun King cream ale.
I missed out on Sun King.
One is a really light like beach beer, like a Land Shark. Speaking of Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
And I would throw like Blue Moon in there too, maybe. And then
Yeah.
the last one is a sour beer. So those 5? I don't know.
Man, we got a lot of fucking questions here, folks.
We're doing okay. We haven't cracked over 50.
Let's take a break. A quick plushie reminder. We're streaming because plushies, it is your last chance. You only have, is that a countdown for it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You have less than 3 hours to get these uprooted plushies, including everyone's favorite Bitsy, who is literally the most marketable character since Chuckles the Clown that we've ever had. This is uprooted Bitsy. She has they all have little accessories, and they are gone forever. Once they are gone, they are gone forever, folks. So if you want your uprooted plushies, or at the very least your Bitsy plushie, you have less than 3 hours before they're gone forever. There's no extension.
Are you ever going to do a full Crooked Moon campaign on the channel? We have no plans. We've talked about this before. Never say never. But we do not have any plans to do a full Crooked Moon campaign on our channel. It's a possibility.
Possibility. No plans. We would need to make a lot of determinations of what that would look like. I personally think I would love to have Nikki, because she's the module queen, to take it, add her Nikki flair, and then run it as serious as a heart attack. And we take it serious as a fucking heart attack. I think it could be pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
It would be different than what's in the book, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know how to run a module exactly as it is in the book.
But that's the beauty of it.
Every
It's a weird
single
twist on it.
person that I've seen talking about in the Crooked Moon Discord is making major changes, and I think it's fucking awesome.
Oh, I mean,
That's the point of a module.
you're crazy if you think that I ran Uber's Reich Adventures word for word.
Yeah.
I changed
That is
so
the
much
point
shit.
of a module, of an adventure campaign module, is to adjust it for what works for you and your
Yeah,
table.
there's so much stuff, especially in Wuffer where I'm like, oh, this just doesn't work for our table. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have to fucking change it, and that's fine. Nikki, what's your favorite tarot, I assume card from the tarot set in the Crooked Moon? We answered that earlier, but you weren't here.
I don't know if you've
Yeah.
gotten a good look at all of them, but
I have looked at them many, many times because I had to edit the book.
that's right.
So I looked at all of them.
right.
I think.
I had the best one.
Did you?
I think my choice is very Kino.
I think.
I forgot about that card. I'll be honest.
What was your choice?
It's been
Four of Wands.
Okay.
The one with the deep one and the bride.
Oh.
At the thing with the four, like with the fucking.
Do you want
like,
to grab
Innsmouth-
the just grab the deck?
It's literally right there by
Oh,
the
shit!
Literally in the
It's on the floor, bud.
Let's
I'll look
go!
through it. I'll look through it.
Let's do it.
I think I know what mine is, but
Ooh. Is this final boxing packaging?
It's pretty damn
Close?
close. If it ain't the back, the very back is not final, but everything else is.
what? The Lorem Ipsum Dolor Sit Amet is not.
Oh, that's
Don't say that's a magic spell!
Look at this packaging! We are millennials. We love packaging.
that's kind of.
I don't even know how to open it.
It's magnetic.
It's magnetic.
Hold it up so folks can
Oh,
see.
baby.
Look at this. You can buy this. Look at this beautiful
Look at
product.
this beautiful product. Yeah, it's just stunning.
There's a bag in here.
Bag.
You get a deck bag. You get a dick bag.
Look at a dick
Your
big.
card's just sitting there all beautimous, and you've got
And
a
the
little
bag.
pull tab so
The
you can
ribbon
pull
will be a
them
different
out.
color. It'll,
Yeah.
it'll be white to match the back of the cards.
Then you have your cards and your book.
The booklet.
Look at that.
Yeah, the booklet will
And
be on top.
And it's an actual. Did I just open it to the Four of Wands?
No, you didn't. Whoa!
No way.
Four of Wands.
Holy shit!
That's some fucking synchronicity
That's
shit.
wild,
See the
bro.
little guidebook. It's leatherette cover.
Yep.
Really nice. Honestly, I'm impressed.
Beautiful.
I mean, Advantage Entertainment makes some pretty good shit. I mean, they're a pretty good game company. I gotta say, they're a pretty good game publisher.
The cards.
You know, I wonder who Legends of Advantage has partnered with to make all this stuff. I'd love
Was
to
it
find their
themselves?
publisher.
That's very funny.
That's very funny. Look at the gilded edges with the silver.
I know we're pushing plushies, but take a look at this fucking tarot deck.
Yeah, I mean, just it
Oh.
sort of came up.
Let's just see how let's see how it.
What do you pull?
Hold on. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna pull a card or two.
I am. Gonna shuffle the deck.
Order your plushies now, by the way.
Booker's taking a good little jump. He was
Ooh.
under.
We're
He was,
moving.
he was like 6, 7.
If Peggy
6, 8,
gets to 666, she will have reached.
she's
her,
11% away.
Her final destination.
11% away on Peggy. She's 655.
Nikki shuffling them? They're
And
very
they're so great. The amount of times that I shuffled faceless cards just to find the right feeling cards. Rich would be like, shuffle all of these and tell me what you think. And I'd be like, these ones.
I don't think you know how many samples.
Oh my god.
A lot of samples.
How many little bags
How many
of blank
months?
white samples?
No, we
How
have a
many
fucking box
months
of dice. We have a box of dice samples.
Of samples of the tarot cards, of
not
blank
easy,
white tarot
folks.
cards, of can you source this card, can you source this dock, can you source this
needs
core.
one more.
Let me tell you.
Let's figure that out.
I'm gonna
Running
do
a
a past.
business ain't easy.
I'm gonna do a
No.
past, present, and future.
But
I'm gonna
I
take
think
Anya
this
nice
card
and
that we
silver.
landed on is so sturdy and high
They
quality.
did not.
I want to
like
show
that.
off
They did not like
The
the
that.
great
cards
unclean one.
once Nikki's done.
The great and clean one. Oh, you know. What a great unclean one. If you the link to buy the plushie should be pinned on both YouTube and Twitch.
Is
What are we
all
doing?
of this
Oh.
private?
Yes! Oh!
I'm glad I waited.
I need a picture of this. Holy shit! Is
That
that
would have
private?
been. I mean, nobody can read that, but that would be
No.
a nightmare.
They would.
Somebody would be able to decipher some of it.
No, I don't.
Some of it is readable.
Yeah, some of it I don't know.
Don't show your screen. Don't show your screen.
Oh my gosh.
You're literally showing.
Okay, hold on.
No one's gonna be able to.
I'm gonna read another question while she shuffles and he takes pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this one's for Nikki. Out of all the video game streams you played, which one did you enjoy the most? I have 2 answers to this, but I want to hear your answer.
My favorite video game stream that we ever played was the first time that we played Phasmo as Man.
Oh, okay.
We got some amazing.
We got. Never mind.
We got some. Those are hand sanitizer wipes, by the way. I don't know if
That'll
you knew
work.
that. I mean, it will work.
Clorox.
but-
Let's use this.
We got some amazing fan art. I was literally just talking to Cobalt about this. The fan art of Mace being like ripped down the hallway
Yes.
by the
Oh
ghost.
my god.
That was
Yeah.
the one where we all had heart palpitations. We were freaking out. We couldn't handle it. And then my second favorite one was when we played Demonologist.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Those are my 2 favorites.
My 2 favorites are the first time that you and I played Phasmo alone.
Oh my god.
That was
yes.
because that was one of the first streams we did.
Yeah.
Video game streams we did. And I don't think any of us realized how many we were going to do.
No.
And just having never played Phasmo before, it was a really cool experience, like you teaching me the game, and then both of us teaching Mace.
Yeah, well,
was
and
fun.
we had such a great dynamic duo where we were like, you were the tech guy and I was all the other things.
Yeah.
We were slowly figuring
Yeah.
it out. It was so fun.
It was a good dynamic, and then it was
was.
interesting learning how to add more people to our Phasmo ghost
Yeah.
hunting team. And then my other favorite time was the first time the first night we played Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did.
And especially Mace, he was so against it.
yeah.
And then he was just lost.
We slipped into it. We
Yeah.
got started with bots, and then as soon as we started playing real people, and I was like, "Oh, I'm actually not bad at this." I was
No,
like,
you were not
I had
bad
fun.
at it.
I had fucking fun playing Fortnite. I missed that shit.
I'm glad that period of time was really fun for you guys. I'm like,
Hey man, don't have to tell you.
MT Go says Legends of Vandris. They're huge fans of Double D's. What I say to you is, why stop there?
Oh
I was gonna say that's it.
Yikes! Yikes!
I said what I said.
Do you have a particular hair care routine? Moving
I said
on.
what I said. I do as little as possible. The worse my hair looks is when I'm showering and washing. When I'm really gross in the summer, like during Gen Con, I was showering like I think literally 3 times a day, and my hair was ravaged
Yeah.
by it. So hot water and soap is not good for your hair.
Yep.
So the less that I do is when my hair is feeling and looking the most luxurious.
Cobalt picked my 3rd favorite stream, and that was when we played Sea of Thieves.
I was gonna say that.
That was also very fun.
But then the sweats came out, and that was a bummer.
I still had fun.
But it was still fun.
I still had fun, even though we got absolutely clowned on at the end. We had a good time.
Oh, I should probably close this course. Did all of the critical NDA stuff? Okay, yeah, that's all gone. Okay, cool, we're good. We're good,
What's your go-to comfort food?
bro. It's dynamite beef.
It's a good fucking answer.
If I am going to emotionally eat, the best thing that's gonna make me feel great is dynamite beef. With rice, white rice, dynamite sauce. And especially, I mean, I love going to P.F. Chang's. From P.F. Chang's, the experience is amazing, but frankly, the dynamite beef that I make is really fucking good. So that's my top comfort food.
I think Kelsey makes a really good chicken pot pie.
Ooh,
It's like, I would say that's definitely one of her
I've never
specialties.
had her chicken pot
It's so
pie.
fucking good, dude. And the reason I like the way she makes it is it's not like a soupy.
yeah, I
It's,
like it to be.
You can
thick.
cut it like a pie, and it holds together.
That's so good.
And it's not dry.
Yeah, if it's like goopy
Yep.
and moist, that's the good shit.
pie.
Oh,
That's right.
chicken pot! Buy all of these plushies! Buy them! You only have 2.5 hours!
Okay.
Kelsey
I
makes
picked my
really good
favorite
banana
card.
bread. Okay.
Wow, okay, Nikki.
The sun.
Oh, good pick.
Uh,
That's another one that has some implications and lore shit to it. That's
My
fucking
favorite.
creepy as shit.
If you want that costume in the Crooked Moon, you can procure one of our Cursed Curios, the Revelry suit. The art of it is the sun.
It's my favorite.
what I like is that it teased A major cut concept from the adventure.
Mm.
A lot of cut stuff. People don't realize how much was cut. 632 pages. They're like, there's no way they cut anything.
No, we cut a whole sun thing. Yeah. Oh, there's a whole thing with the sun, and we just had to cut it. There was just no room.
There was just no room.
Nikki, do you have any doll updates?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe. I mean, no. I have dolls.
I wasn't sure if you had any new projects or anything you were
I
working
started
on.
doing my own face-ups.
Nice.
Oh, that's a huge
The first
update.
time
Yeah, that's a
I
big
started
update.
doing that.
Very cool. How's
and
it going?
Actually, pretty good. I painted one recently, and it's the first time I've looked at something I've painted and didn't go, ooh, that's ugly. I went, oh, she's kind of cute.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Totes Not Craig from an hour ago. If you do campaign of Uprooted with more exotic animals, what would you play as? That is fun.
It has to be
Toucan.
like in a jungle. It has to be like in a jungle forest.
I think I would allow any tropical creature anywhere in the world around the equator. And then the tropical version of the Dimwood.
I would want to pick some kind of lizard in that case, like maybe a chameleon or like.
Yeah.
Is this for our character, like what
No,
Peggy would
no,
be,
no, no.
or
We're
just
gonna
what
do
I would
character.
want to play?
And so I think that also includes savannah.
I would wanna be-
creatures. It includes any jungle zoo
I know.
animal.
Or
I want to
jungle
be a
adjacent.
kookaburra.
Good answer.
I want to be a kookaburra.
Love that. Kookaburra.
I think I would pick either a chameleon or some kind of other.
I think you'd rock
lizard.
a chameleon, Andy.
But chameleon would be cool, and I'd make him some sort of like a
Or-
sneaky, roguish character.
A fennec fox
Yeah.
would be fun.
Fennec fox, I would allow.
I would love
absolutely.
Toucan.
Yeah, you're
Not even
yeah,
close.
Yeah, I think that toucan
Not even close.
is when we do our tropical up jungle to jungle, jungle 3 jungle.
Oh my God,
starring
Jungle
Tim
3
Allen.
Jungle. Holy shit.
Starring Tim Allen. I don't. What would I play? Even though I would probably be DMing. I mean, everyone's done birds, but if we're going Amazon, I gotta
That's
go
what I'm
Harpy
thinking.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Amazon is Harpy Eagle.
I feel like Harpy Eagles would be like a huge villain. You know what I mean?
Oh
So that-
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Because those are
Harpy
like
Eagle.
fucking...
Those are cool as fuck birds.
Derek would be an ocelot for sure.
On the
Anyone talking
With
like
those
this.
weird little hands.
With those weird hands, yes. I'm a cat, I'm a cat, I'm a cat.
You know the number of people that have been in our chat in the last like couple weeks that have been like, "Am I confused on what an ocelot?" Like they're genuinely don't know the origin of that whole story.
Well, it's very obscure.
It is.
Someone on our Patreon post before we quit streaming on Uprooted commented like, "I'm sorry, like who's John? I haven't met John. Like, is Nikki really going away? I don't know who John
yeah.
is.
Who is John
no.
Goodman and like why is
Is
Nikki
this
not
really
DMing
happening,
it?
or am I just missing
Yeah.
something?"
we literally
Yeah, we got a lot of people who've no
like
fucking
there's
clue what's going on.
creators who like as a creator I have responsibility for what I say. We are the opposite.
Yeah.
Like we will say whatever
We feel like
shit.
saying.
I think if we are going of the African vibe, I feel
The
like
vibe.
I would have a lot of fun. Like I would almost want to do like a one of those like a gorilla or a monkey or something.
Ooh.
There's some really good monkey options.
So going
Yeah.
like full like savannah like.
like full like Congo, right?
I mean,
Oh.
hyena would be really fun.
yeah.
Hyena could be really really clever. And you know what? I've always liked cheetahs. I would probably do a cheetah.
I feel like a grassland savannah would be a different campaign than the
I think
jungle.
you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're. I'm thinking more of
Ooh.
like the classic old school where the jungle is.
I'm thinking if we're a toucan and a chameleon,
I want to
we're-
be an anaconda.
I have
Anaconda
another-
works
I got another
perfectly.
pick. I'd like to be an orangutan.
Oh, Andy,
Oh,
you're
Andy,
100%
perfect.
orangutan.
Orangutan
Yeah.
would be fucking
I think
sweet.
that would be like a giant monster too. You know? What I
It
mean?
could be, but
Maybe.
but the way I was thinking about it, my first thought was, oh, silverback gorilla, but it could be this like ancient wise creature that's almost like mythical.
Oh, like
Like in
Christopher
Jungle Book.
Walken.
But then I thought
Yeah.
of the Hypothecanthus.
Gigantopithecus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think of orangutan. But either way, they could both be like these, they're mythical, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's like almost you go seek out the wise, you know.
Mike
You
could
know-
be a capuchin
Orangutan.
monkey.
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I think you know what would also be really fun and Outback, Uprooted
Yeah.
with Australian animals. There's
Well,
plenty
then,
of snakes.
I'm sticking
and
with kookaburra.
snakes and
Platypus.
spiders.
I go platypus.
Someone's
No.
got to be a huntsman.
We should just do a version of Uprooted that is just Rango.
Oh,
and
bro.
just have a
Just
fucking
don't
rattlesnake
even.
villain and like,
Desert. Yeah.
and we have beans and we've got.
I
you
need to
know,
be beans.
We could just have
Oh my
all
God.
these. We could just
I
have a bunch of
love
gunslinging critters
beans.
in the Wild West.
Well, once we leave the Dimwood and go to the Deadwood, I think we have to.
I have to make a new character though. I can't play
No,
that
no,
character.
100%.
I have to make a new
Well,
character.
it'll be a side story.
I
in
would
the
have to.
Deadwood.
I would have to convert Shep into an animal.
I think ultimately Uprooted will become an anthology series.
I would love to
that.
play like a gunslinger.
I wanna play more things. Peggy's fun.
I agree.
Crossbow gunslinger.
I think they'll get on their equivalent of the submarine and enjoy whatever it is in the Dimwood, and we'll put the Dimwood to bed for now, and then kind of maybe do different things in different areas.
Yeah, I would love to go to the Deadwood.
And then we can
Deadwood. The Deadwood is so.
So is the
fucking
Dimwood,
good.
the Hollywood,
How have
and
you
the
not
Deadwood.
mentioned that since now?
I just thought of it.
And the Deadwood.
Oh my God! Is Booker Scrim's Persona not even close? I'm sniping that one so I can smite it immediately.
I think it would still be Uprooted, but we'd have like a subtitle.
Yeah.
Instead of Dimwoods of the Dimwood, it would be something
Yeah.
of the Deadwood or
Yes, something of the dead. Ah!
Desperados of the Deadwood.
Oh my god!
That's so
That's
good.
so
That's
good.
pretty good.
That's really good.
so good.
And like we would roll into town, and the town would need sheriffs, and we'd be like, we can't be sheriffs, but we'd be thrust in this position of like,
And it would
how do
be
we save this
the
town?
The forest, rather than this kind of cozy vibe, would be like the Black Hills mixed with the Old West, and there'd be plains and like
Yeah.
yeah,
A little bit of variety.
Damn. Do y'all still have the Strahd costumes? Professor with the beard and Sarnax and Shepard with long hair would be
my
iconic.
robe is back there
I've
somewhere.
got it. I wore the chef
Or in
stuff
there.
not that long ago. I wore it during one of the Crooked Moon shoots.
Yeah, you can see Clayton with the beard in one of the one-shots. One-shots and more. It was in the not the one that we played during the campaign, the Olmarsh one. We played that randomly last year.
Mr. Tor.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mr. Tor.
Yeah, that was really great.
That was
Someone who I think was not a fan of ours before the Crooked Moon. Was a Crooked Moon fan. Watched only the Crooked Moon stuff and really enjoyed the
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Tor.
great.
one.
I really liked that
one-
version of Shep.
that one
The
came
booze
about
drinking, curse laying.
That was Heart and
because-
Harvest.
Oh, shit.
That was Heart and
Yeah.
Harvest.
Yeah, you were Ratman Scrim.
Scrim and Clayton had the best fucking
Oh
dynamic.
my God.
Yeah, they did.
That was a
was
really good version
so
of Scrim.
good.
too.
It was so good.
It was so good.
But that
I
entire
shouldn't have been
thing
shocked.
came around if you get the Crooked Moon because I went in to the I went into the section of the book and I rolled randomly on the provinces, got Olmarsh, and I rolled randomly on the quest table, and then what I got, I built a one-shot around it. So
Bingo,
don't think-
bango.
I don't think that was changed. So
No.
rock and roll.
Mr. Tor exclamation point Scrim, or is it Scrim exclamation point Mr. Tor?
I don't.
Mr. Tor exclamation point Scrim. If you're talking about fandom.
Really was Kino.
I gotta go back and rewatch that one.
It was a whole lot of fun.
Drake of the Dragon. Aside from the plushies, what other type of merch are you guys most interested in making?
condoms.
Oh, man.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I could talk about that a lot, but I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
Can't talk about
Since
it.
Derek's
Fuck!
not here, I'm obligated to say, as Nikki said, condoms, and we'll staple them to your receipt.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
Yeah. A man's fan of condoms, you save them the receipt. So you'll never lose them. Never lose them. Your accountant will be so happy.
Very secure and safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
Staple
fucking
the Advantage
nightmare.
branded condom that your staple receipts every purchase. Every condom. That yeah, I
we
wish
just
I could
want to
answer
keep
that.
you safe, guys. We
Yeah.
just want to keep you safe.
There's got to be one thing that I think. You know what I think would be really cool? I don't know if there is a market for it. But I'm a huge sucker for the really expensive, high quality statuettes that are pre-painted, that are factory painted, but like super high quality
There was an
factory
Arcane
painted.
Warwick one that just
Yes.
came out.
Yes.
There's a really good Jinx one.
And a super high quality collector's item. Like numbered.
Sylvanas.
I was gonna
you know.
just say I just saw one of Sylvanas. I think it was a fan creation, but it was insane.
And I love that.
It was 1/4
I would
the size.
Yeah.
love
Oh, yeah.
to do that.
Oh, that's a big one.
I can't imagine at our current scale if anything would ever be worthwhile.
Well, we'd have to charge a lot of money.
and that's the thing. I don't think there'd be a market for it.
Yeah.
But I would
You
love
might sell 20 of them.
yeah,
And like at that point, is it worth all the back
No.
and forth?
for
and
20
getting
now.
prototyped
For
and
20 now.
Doing a color menu. What did Clark call it?
tooling
Right?
alone.
You know,
Color steps.
color steps.
The color
Yeah,
steps.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. If there was, I would love to put that out into the world. Right. I don't think it would ever be feasible, or at least not.
It's
in
not
the-
something we do like.
Not in the near term.
Oh, we gotta make money off of this, right?
Yeah.
It would just be like 'cause it's something that we want to do it because we want to do it.
Not in the near term. That's a fun one though.
What's the one that did Banjo Kazooie? Those are really big.
Oh,
I almost bought that. If I wasn't fucking flat broke, I would have bought that fucking band.
Where they're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who did that.
It's not Sideshow. It's I forget. I think
Yeah,
they're
that
from
was awesome.
Singapore.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're saying. We can't do a limited run because there are too much cost associated with getting it even going that you have to.
Well,
you
right.
have to make
so
more than just a limited
there would
run.
have to be. We would have to basically do a pre-order.
Yes.
And if we don't
Yeah.
sell enough pre-orders,
Then
we
you
don't
don't
make
do
it.
Right?
Yeah,
Because the
then we
MOQs are
cancel
probably
it.
like 2,000 or 3,000
The
for a
MOQs.
minimum.
No one thinks about the MOQs. It's not like they
Yeah.
can just buy 12 of them and
No.
order them from the factory for 12. No,
Nope.
no.
I don't know why it made me.
What I'll
think of it.
say. Oh, go ahead.
Because you were saying like, oh, if I had been broke at the time, and I was like, I wonder if Torbeck's on eBay. There's a Torbeck on eBay for almost $500.
That's just somebody trying to scalp.
I
There's
know.
no way.
That's stupid.
Scalpers, get out.
It's not gonna sell, but I was
I
like,
might.
what the
I will
heck?
say,
You can't get it anymore.
I've only signed 2 Torbecks.
Wow.
One of them was at
One of them was at
Gary,
Magfest.
Magfest, not Gary Con.
What did we sign at Gary Con?
Chuckles.
Chuckles, that's right.
Yeah.
never mind.
We all signed 8
We all
Chuckles.
signed a Chuckles. I
But
got his bald spot.
I signed 2 Torbecks. One was at PAX Unplugged, and one was
remember
at
that.
Magfest.
Did you sign them as Andy or as Torbeck?
I signed him as my name.
Oh, I had something that I wanted to say. What were we talking about? Merch.
Yeah, we're talking about
What merch
statuettes.
would you want?
Oh.
Yeah.
What I'll say. The MOQ for Squishables is only 1,200.
That's a lot of plushies.
I know, but
We
I'm
haven't
gonna
even
say,
sold 1,200
Damn,
bookers.
I talked to the Squishable guys.
We're pretty close. No, we sold more than
It's only
1,200.
1,200?
Yeah, because double it. It's almost 1,500.
Oh.
It's almost 1,500.
Still, the fact that
but-
we've barely
Maybe
sold
say it like
1,200 Peggies,
Yeah.
I mean, it's Peggy.
and I bet the margin. I mean, do we know what the margins are on it?
No.
Not good. I can
I'm
almost
sure
guarantee
like
you it's not good.
15%. I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah, I can guarantee it's
Oh, probably. Oh, for the Squishable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could ask. You know, that's what Archon Games does.
I know.
They ask.
They're
They do.
Their
They
plushies are Squishable.
they have, you know, they have
Oh.
that. They're really cool, like dude with the
Their
crown.
mascot,
and the
kind of like
hood.
their mascotties, and the quality is Squishable quality.
I mean, Hootsie as a Squishable would be spectacular.
All I'm saying.
Never say never.
All I'm saying.
Never say
And
never.
I mean,
only
the thing
1,200.
is, all we have to do is just not pick things like Twig and Peggy, and then they'll sell. So you just pick
Peggy's
like
third.
you just pick one
Peggy's
that
doing
will
great.
do well.
How's my boy doing?
Not bad.
Not good.
Almost 1,200.
Not good.
I mean,
Strawberry Meowie. I'm planning to run Curse of Strahd for my friends. Is it okay if I use some Crooked Moon races as a subclass for
Please
it?
do.
Of course, that's why we publish.
Please do.
So you can use all
Yes.
the stuff that we
Please.
publish in your own game.
Okay, hold on. Dibble
That's the
Dooble.
best part.
Hank is a Squishable.
Bro, if
Oh,
they could do Hank as a
shit.
Squishable,
Oh shit.
never say never.
that would be...
Come on.
Never say never.
Bulbum, I just want to call this out. While I'm geeking out over my Steinhardt Deluxe book, it's insane to think that it's just shy of 500 pages, knowing... Wrong mouse. Knowing Crooked Moon is 600 plus pages. Incredible. I did not know Steinhardt's almost at 500.
I thought it was over that. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I was
I
just
thought it was
Because
a
they
sheer guess.
similarly advertise like 250 or 3.
Yeah.
No way. See, I didn't know that.
It just goes to show how, if you've never done this before,
You don't know what
it's
you're talking about?
very easy to underestimate how many pages things take.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. It's where, yeah, it's also one of those things of where, like, if you aren't familiar with the 5e Kickstarter supplement culture, zeitgeist, like scene, it's effectively happens every single time, right? And there's always delays, and you know,
Or to
I
anyone.
actually think that despite our delays, we are still going to deliver faster than almost all of the huge 5e Kickstarters, third party.
From when we ended to when we fulfill,
We still might be
it's possible.
I think it's possible.
It's going to be close.
Despite the delay,
It's going to be close.
it's going to be close, but we still might have delivered faster, I think, than most of them.
Certainly faster than most of them.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly faster than everything that's been fulfilled thus far.
Yeah.
But there are a few that are fulfilling. All of us that launched around the same time,
Yeah.
we're all kind of fulfilling.
We're all
over the
kind of
next,
fulfilling. We're all like
Yeah.
trying to...
3 to 6 months. It's
Yeah,
going to be close.
Yeah. So yes, of course. users.
How would your characters react to learning they were made by you? Most of my characters have existential nightmare crises.
What the fuck?
Some of them wouldn't care. I think Felix would
Sylvie-
lose his mind.
Sylvie and Twig would ask for a sleepover.
Clayton would disintegrate me.
Well, he can't. You have more power than he does.
Well,
You exist in a meta sense.
he would try to destroy me.
He would try to like break the fourth wall.
Yeah, he would find the secrets of
Yeah.
the universe and find a way to end me and replace me.
I don't think it can ever happen though. I think you are more powerful than Clayton in this context.
I think he would find a way.
You can make Clayton do things that he doesn't want to do.
Well, but because I'm doing it, he wants to do it. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I'm just
sort of
saying.
chicken and egg.
You have a surprising amount of power for having no powers at all.
That's right. I'm gonna snap up this one.
Snap it up.
I've never run a non-official book before. Cause they just picked up the Crooked Moon. I've never run a non-official book before. Do they still run the same? We have gone to painful lengths to write our book as if it was an official published WotC book. It should feel the same. The content should be there.
But I think that we're giving you the tools, and especially for the adventure.
Yeah,
The information and the tools we're giving you, I think, is vastly more.
I agree.
Vastly more.
And what I will say is that we totally understand that a lot of third-party stuff, and especially adventures, are not very good, and they go a little out the left field, and they're wacky cuckoo bananas, and you have to like learn their system of how they fucking run adventures and their dashboards and shit. We don't do any of that shit. Nope. We wrote it so that folks that know 5e, regardless of the edition, you'll pick it up, it'll feel the same, and we give you all the fucking tools you need, in my opinion.
Oh, I was gonna say we also wrote it from the perspective of what we would like to see in those 5e books as well.
Yes,
And
that's
so, yes, it's very much like a 5e book. As someone who runs 5e modules, there are so many similarities, but we've also included in them a lot of things that you don't see that I personally, as a GM, find to be incredibly helpful. And we tried to keep that in mind as much as possible, how to make it even better. And that was the end goal.
I want to say the Crooked Moon bug was an absolute game changer. And just today,
What is the Crooked Moon?
the Crooked Moon bug. For those that don't know,
It's not a virus.
in 5th edition published material, you can reference anything in the SRD, the source reference document for 5th edition. And so when we have a little bolded stat block reference, you know to check the SRD, the sort of wizards' monsters that they've unleashed on the world that allows third-party publishers like us to
You can
use.
Google the stat block instantly.
Yeah, you can Google it and you'll find it instantly. Super easy, super accessible. But we had a whole bunch of monsters in our own book that we reference in our
And
adventure.
items and other things.
Spells, backgrounds, whatever.
Yeah,
And so what we did, what our graphic designer Yelka whipped together was, when there is a reference to a magic item or a stat block that is in our own book, we have a little red Crooked Moon icon right next to it.
The same that's on our Crooked Moon dice sets.
And
Both of
so
them.
you know at a glance, instantly, you just glance at the page, you instantly know, oh shit, I need to find something in the appendix that's in this book and not in any other book. I fucking love that. And I think going forward, we will utilize the fuck out of little icons.
we love little iconography.
Yeah, we're big fans.
I know that I wasn't a Magic guy, but I was a Pokemon guy, and that's where I discovered the set icons.
Oh, yeah.
And I found that extremely charming.
Even just the badges themselves were
Yeah.
basically beautiful. Like Pokemon badges.
I love good iconography.
That set me down
Who
a
doesn't?
path.
I think good iconography, I think, is one of the most difficult skills for a graphic designer / artist. I think that
8,000%.
you can have a great artist and a great graphic designer, and they can suck at icons.
I want to say Sea of Thieves is a wonderful game, and I love the gameplay, and the graphics are beautiful. They're timeless. It's by far the most beautiful water effects. But I think my favorite thing about it that's super underrated is their graphic design of their menus.
Yep.
And all of their icons are just so fucking good. And I don't know how they do it, and they all look super consistent, and they look like roughly hewn, like they were drawn by a pirate. And no matter what the icon is of, it always looks fucking excellent. And
Totally agree.
good iconography is just,
Not sponsored. Sea of Thieves is just one of the greatest games ever made.
it really is.
And I haven't played it in probably
that's
3-4 years, so...
Somebody wants to know if we're going to be at Origins this year. Mason and I will be. Mason and I will be at
Andy and
Origins.
Mace.
Yeah.
Candy and Mace.
We're going to have a small booth. 10 by 10.
Sales team.
We'll do a couple panels. We're going to do some
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Mike, Nikki, and I are home until Gen Con.
I
We got-
know.
Oh, that's right.
4
You
or
guys are
5
going to
months
AC.
and
Let's fucking go.
I'm actually really excited for Gen Con because I don't have any cons before Gen
Wow.
Con.
That's right.
I hope we can get rooms.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's not bring,
We'll
let's not bring
find
that
a
up
way.
right now.
We'll
Yeah,
find a
I'm
way.
just.
I have too much to think about.
I'm
to
just
think about
joking.
Gen Con
I'm
rooms.
just joking.
I wish I could
finds
think
a
about
way.
it.
I'm
but-
just joking.
Well, it always does work out, but like, I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
gotta reel it
joking.
in. I got
another question. I got a question.
You will not be attending too many games.
Casual Monster. I've watched all the available campaigns in the LOA universe, and I was just wondering if the campaign written in the Crooked Moon is canon in the bigger story of LOA. No.
I don't believe you.
Oh.
No one's watched Prime.
Casual Monster may have watched Prime.
No one has seen
Has
Prime.
Casual Monster watched
See,
Prime?
you can't say that anymore because we have 2 million people who watch our YouTube
guess.
shit,
I
and there
just
are
don't-
absolutely
I don't
people
believe
who
it.
will watch Prime.
I think
mean-
they've seen everything but Prime.
That's not true.
Maybe.
When people say stuff like that, they mean I've seen everything but Prime.
There are people whose favorite movie on the planet is Moonfall. There are people who have watched Prime.
What is Moonfall?
The worst movie that has ever been made on the planet. And there's someone on this
And-
planet who Moonfall is their favorite movie because that's just how
And
people
chapter
work.
26 of the Crooked
That's
Moon.
exactly what I was going to
Speaking
say.
of which, we in book club last month we read the worst book that's ever been written.
Oh, I heard about
and
this.
then we went and looked at the Instagram of the author to see that people were
Oh.
saying that it was like the best book they'd ever read, and
So, yeah,
we all
exactly.
collectively were very upset by this.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that the way humanity works, you can think of anything, and that is somebody's favorite thing.
I'll take your word for it. And so here's the thing. If you say that I've seen Prime, that means you've seen from episodes 1 to 91. Not I've seen 2 episodes, or I've
Yeah.
seen 20 episodes, or even 50, or even 75.
You could say I've seen most of Prime.
Yes.
If you've watched.
But if you
75
say
episodes.
I've seen Prime,
That
you've
means you watched
seen
the whole
all
thing.
91 episodes.
all I'm saying,
That's Ruby says, I'm working on it.
that's very
Do
funny.
you realize? Anyway. Do you? Okay. Useless Goth Thembo SS. Mikey, how did your date with Mace go? Tune in tomorrow and figure out how it went. We'll see.
Yeah, that's up to
We'll
the leave that up to
fucking
the
see.
imagination.
Hold on to your butts, folks.
We'll see how it.
Oh, did you guys get use out of some of the Crooked Moon condoms?
Oh, yeah. You think I used
Gross.
condoms?
Fuck, man. You guys are fucked up. You sick fuck. Bubble Bum is a good question regarding Origins and Gen Con. Where basically do we expect to have Hypno Dice and Hypno Wolf and Dice and pins there? Generally, if we are boothing, I will bring pins and dice
While supplies last.
while supplies last.
By
Are
all
they
places and
going
toys.
pretty quick?
You'd be
I feel
surprised.
like-
All I'll say is you'd be surprised how many are left.
We have a lot left.
No, it's less than you think.
Have you seen our garage?
There were 4 boxes in the living room. You have a lot more in the garage.
I think there's more in the garage.
There are definitely more in the garage.
You'd be surprised by how many are left. That's all I'll say.
okay.
I
Yes.
think. I believe so.
Yeah.
No, there are. If you're thinking about the storage shelf right as you walk into the garage against the wall, yes, that's filled with.
So I need to take
dice
more with me then.
and pins.
I need to try to
Take-
take like 3 or
take
4
a
boxes.
shit ton with
Well, I can't fit that many in my car, so I can only take a couple boxes at a time, like 4 boxes at a time.
Well, no, I don't mean like now.
Well, no, I
just
mean
like,
every time I go home, I should be
to
taking a couple
Origins,
boxes,
right? Like,
Well, right. I can only get so many to Origins too, but we're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna see if I can freight some to Origins.
yeah,
'Cause they should be pretty
or
cheap.
just load up a giant fucking duffel and
Well, the
fucking
problem
check
is
that shit.
it goes over the weight limit like instantly.
Oh,
I
that's
did that
true.
once,
That's
and
true.
I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you're
Because
right.
they're so dense.
You're
Anyway,
right.
we'll figure it out.
Chris here has an interesting question. Mikey, how long did it take you to write the monologues for the Stardust Rhapsody promo and intro? They introduced the setting and the campaign's vibes perfectly. Thank you. Not very long, actually.
You knocked those out very quickly.
I knocked those out. I think I was just kind of in. I was in a mood, both of them, and I kind of just like went on a walk, felt inspired, and I fucking cranked them out.
I think the shorter one took you longer because
Yes.
getting it to be short enough.
Writing
but
with
snappy?
brevity, using a good writer versus a bad writer, and this is what I've learned being the lead writer of the Crooked Moon and kind of learning this craft, is a bad writer uses a lot of words to say very little. A good writer uses a lot of words, or says a lot with few words.
That's
And
correct.
that is the hardest craft of it. So yeah, I think the shorter one took me.
Boy, did I learn that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the just thousands and thousands of words. It's one of our writers painstakingly wrote, and I just had to cut. Yeah.
So you know, you gotta be.
Memories
you gotta be
rest.
judicious.
I'm like, sorry, Darren.
You gotta be judicious.
This one room doesn't need to be 2 pages. I'm gonna make it half a page.
This is a comment that I think works really well in on paper, but it doesn't work in reality. So I'm gonna read this because the answer is gonna be no. Would you all ever do a reading of a fanfic stream?
Oh.
No.
No. But that's one of those things that sounds very funny in practice, but the problem is that
I have a reason why we wouldn't do it. But
I mean, I can think of 1,000.
There's not 1,000 reasons why we
wouldn't
wouldn't do it. But
One of them is that I wouldn't want anybody to feel like they're being poked fun at. And then
That's-
even then you have to say, okay, well in that case, we'll just have all the people who volunteer to do it. And then the problem is that somebody's going to send me their 42 chapter
Those would be the funniest ones.
500,
No.
and there won't be funny, right? It'll be read my art that I made.
What we will do
That doesn't work.
is we will drunkenly read the comments on our Rule 34 art of our characters at MagFest.
at MagFest privately.
Privately.
You won't get to see it.
Yeah. We're not
But
gonna
we
see
will
that.
be howling with laughter
Howling.
for hours by all the comments left on our Rule 34 entries.
Yeah.
That's .xxx. That was a great night.
That was a great night.
I think exactly like Andy said. I think the only way that content would be interesting for fan fiction is reading bad fan fiction and making fun of it.
Right.
I would never want to publicly mock or make
never.
fun
No,
of
that's not-
anyone's creative work that
that's not
they
fun.
spent time about our fan.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
It's one thing at a convention to read My Little Pony fan fiction from fucking 10 years ago that somebody wrote that is universally, viewed as
That's become like a
become
famous-
a famous thing. But I would never want to do that to anyone in our fandom.
I agree. Never, never.
Can I work? I don't know if I can. Okay.
Can you show off the creepy crow again? He's at the top of the pile.
Which one?
I'm sorry, Andy. I can grab it.
No, I'm just slow. I'll move too fast.
Oh, did I?
We have like 13
That one.
iterations
That
of
one.
it over here.
Did
If you
I
wanna
put
see
the
through
He's the
versions.
final. This is the final of the board. This is our final prototype.
So cute.
This is what you will be receiving.
He's so cute.
I think we perfected him. As cute as the original prototype was, the colors were off.
The colors
And the
were
proportions were
duller.
off.
Yeah, he wasn't
and this,
quite right.
look at the vibrant. I know it's weird to say vibrant when he's black, but he feels like a proper crow.
Yeah.
He feels properly angry. His eyes are big enough. He has the orange demon of the eyes, which the other
And
one
it's
didn't.
bright enough. The orange
It's
is nice
bright
and
enough
bright.
as opposed to just being kind of a dull yellow.
That's right.
He looks angrier. I think he's cuter. And just look at this. Look at this Borb. You can pre-order Borb at thecrookedmoon.com. And this guy's actually fitting in the all-in box.
Oh yeah.
We designed the all-in box to be able to fit all three of the Terrible Trio. It's surprisingly cuddly. I think this is one of the greatest pieces of product we've ever created. I'm very biased as a Plushy fan, but you may not like it, but this is peak male performance. Peak physical performance right here is the Borb.
Dirty Verge.
Rich.
Pre-order at thecrookedmoon.com. Nanosnakes is asking, where do we get it? Thecrookedmoon.com.
But
Yes, Andy.
Speaking of plushies, that was your cue, Mike.
Oh!
Yeah,
Two
these are great
hours.
too. 2 hours.
Gremlin. Oh, Gremlin.
2 hours.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
You could not have served that up to him more perfectly.
Richard's Creepers. I'm so marketable. Bitsy.
Oh.
What I was actually going to say, the question is, Rich, are we ever going to see you GM? The answer is no.
No.
Like, well, maybe we can turn like 67.
Okay, fine. Put it on the calendar.
Yeah, like
Wh-
someday when you're
I
like
turn
when you're like in your
67,
retirement age,
That's fine.
you'll have time to DM.
That's fine.
You might not want to.
Here's the thing. If I ever get to the point where I am semi-retired from all of this, then I'll GM.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable. Eventually,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, you're gonna have to semi-retire.
Retirement, I have a phobia.
I had a realization driving home the other night that your Wygor voice is very similar to the Dadius voice that I used to do. I was like, oh fuck, that's why it's so familiar.
I didn't think about that.
Nobody around here knows Dadius. He's in the vault.
It's for the best.
Dadius is in the vault. No, if we ever get the chance to play like high level characters in a one shot, I'm bringing out Dadius.
I'd like
And then
to-
everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're just doing a Wygor impression. And I'm gonna be like,
Folks,
Buy all our PlayStation toys.
I'd like to DM at some point. I just don't think I'm gonna get the chance.
we finally...
Folks don't
Especially
know, but
now with
I'm the
John
original
Candy.
Wygor. You know,
John
Mike's just a fucking
Goodman.
poser. All right?
What?
John Goodman.
That's what you think.
It wasn't John Candy. John Candy is very
No,
much...
John Goodman called and said he couldn't do it anymore. So John Candy's
but John
gonna come
Candy
and do
definitely can't do it.
John Candy's been dead for 30 years.
He definitely can't. He's not available.
it. How'd he call?
Oh no! The call's coming from inside the house.
We all stop as someone walks up the stairs.
Oh man. Well,
I got him to land up right here.
No, but it's true. We do have to give credit where credit's due. Rich was the very first Wygor.
I was.
that's right. He was.
Yeah. So.
If you want this guy, speaking of plushies,
I was a dumb, smelly, dirty old dwarf.
This is made by Makeshift. This is made by Makeshift in partnership with Legends of Adventures. This is made by Adventures Entertainment.
This is
If
also
you
made
want
by
plushies
Makeshift.
made by Adventures Entertainment, thecrookedmoon.com. But you still have time to get these guys. You do not have any fucking time to get any of these fucking uprooted
2 hours
plushies
left.
ever again.
2
2
hours.
hours and 3
2
minutes.
hours and that's fucking it. Never again. Ever.
Do you want to pay $500 on eBay?
Sounds so angry.
Get Bitsy now.
I can't believe it.
Okay. That's it. That's the most I'm gonna
Bro,
scream.
we got the final. We got
All
the
I can
first Wygor short anime.
Oh my god. It is
Back.
unironically, it might be the funniest short that's ever been made.
Are you talking about the one that happened today? Or
No,
Yes or no?
it's been
Oh.
posted in the Discord.
You know, I
in
saw.
our Discord.
We watched it yesterday before or Wednesday before the stream.
Oh, did you?
No, we did, right? Because it was up.
No.
On, yeah, it was up on
I
the
didn't.
monitor,
I
and
didn't.
someone was like, "Please take it off of the monitor."
No, that was just the
Or-
still.
oh,
that was
just the art,
still.
maybe.
Just the still.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you're gonna fucking die. I'm telling you, it is so
It's gonna do
fucking
terribly.
funny. It is, because any of
it's
the
gonna
times that
do
I'm like, this
terribly.
is the funniest thing we've ever done, it's one of our worst performing shorts.
It's
Very rarely do those two
No,
things
yeah, no,
overlap.
that's true.
Right?
That's
yeah.
true.
Where it's like we have the best performing short and it's the best shit we've ever done. The Wygor short is unironically perfection,
It is.
and it's gonna bomb.
Of course, it's gonna.
It's gonna bomb. Did you pull the past, present, and future from the cards?
I did. Yeah, they were accurate.
What'd you get?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell people. That's
Oh, shit.
personal shit.
All right, Mark is complete. Sorry.
Oh, can you pass me the deck so I can show them off?
Yeah.
So we can show how fucking nice.
No, it was.
these cards
They
are?
were very very accurate, and it was personal, so I didn't
So,
read them out loud.
just
I love
a
that.
point of
I love pissing off chat so much. It makes me so happy.
clarification here. Let's see. Am I gonna spoil stuff if I do this?
Yeah, maybe.
No, we're fine.
Okay. Maybe.
We have since brightened up these cards. That was the major adjustment that we made for the Crooked Moon Tarot. But you have the ribbon wasn't placed correctly. You just turn it over. Just can we just turn this for first of all?
Sorry, I have a lot of cables
Look at
all over the place.
I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you know this about me. Is he the Five of
It's
Swords?
the Five of Swords.
He's the Five of Swords. Oh,
There's the Hierophant.
There's the Hierophant.
The Crimson Abbot. Oh, can we also talk about our
The Moon, obviously.
next single?
Yeah.
Our next
all
single-
illustrated by Leonard Shelliff.
Yeah.
And there's like this
Also-
weird thing that won't be in the
That
final.
reminds me of
Tofu
Chicken Man.
Revolution. Tofu Revolution is Leonard's
Oh, there's the Four of Wands. Speak of the devil.
handle. Yeah, Four of Wands is one of my favorite cards.
Just look at these. Look at Farron and
The Hermit is so
even
good.
a cameo from old Flora.
For the Edge of Midnight, a little Easter egg for the Edge of Midnight
the
stands.
only place she shows up in the entire project, which is
Yeah.
right
Damn
there.
it.
Yeah.
I have to do something real
Oh,
quick.
this looks almost kind of like Victor from Arcane.
A little bit. Yeah.
Anyway, we have the beautiful silver gilded edge. Look at that.
Look at
Ooh.
that.
That's really nice.
Oh yeah.
They feel
The
fantastic.
back is beautiful too.
They feel absolutely fantastic in the hand. They're like the perfect size, easy to shuffle, like
Check it out.
amazing quality.
CrookedMoon.com.
Just,
I wanted to show that off.
Also an announcement is that our very next single, Under Your Shadow, drops April 18th. Friday, April 18th is when our next single, Under Your Shadow, drops. And you know what? You'd be crazy to think, wow. Or no, you'd be reasonable to say, wow, there's no way they can follow up Dead Trees with anything close. You'd be right to say that. You'd be right to assume that. You'd
You'd
be
be
right to
wrong.
consider that, but you would be wrong.
Eventually, we'll get to the point where we can't follow it up.
Of
But
course.
for now,
Of course.
wow.
Wow.
I haven't even heard anything close to the final mix.
Neither have I.
They said that one time on that one
Because
call.
they had to book at the church.
They did have to book
It's a
church.
Presbyterian church with like an entire back wall is a full organ, the entire wall. And you gotta have a pipe organ.
You gotta have a pipe organ. You know what I realized?
Huh. Oh, hold on. If you want to ask questions, you got to redeem channel points, folks.
Yeah, sorry, bear with me. I'm doing something real quick.
No, I've got it. I'm just kind of, I'm skimming.
You know what I realized? That on Monday, all of the song titles will be out there in the public.
You're right.
Nothing left to keep hidden.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all gonna
So
be
we
out
may
there.
as well say that the Under Your Shadow features the, I won't say who the vocals are,
No,
but
save that.
features Father Renethir, the Crimson Abbot. I forgot that we put that in the book.
Yeah.
All the song titles, and also the like circumstances.
It's spoilers. Obviously, it's about the campaign, so don't read that fucking page in the PDF on Monday.
Well, once people hear the Penultimate and the song before the Penultimate songs, I mean, the whole campaign is spoiled.
That's tough because they'd both be great singles, but I don't think we can release them as singles. I really don't.
No,
think
we're
we can.
releasing one.
I don't think we can.
We 100%. I don't
Are
give a fuck about spoilers. No, it's way too good to not be a single. Absolutely fucking not. That's the single after that one, 100%.
Are we gonna do anything outside of chatting?
We could do
Can
whatever.
we like play Skull or Liar's Dice too?
I'm
while
happy
chatting?
to play Liar's Dice. I haven't played Liar's Dice in a dog's age. I know that Richie and Andy were working.
The goal was to just,
Yeah.
we were just gonna chat, but we can do whatever. I mean,
I was just wondering because I looked behind you and I saw Skull and I
yeah,
thought that would be fun.
I'm always down. I'm always down. I'm leaving here at a reasonable time tonight.
Yes.
Because if I get sucked in and the next thing I know it's 4 in the morning, I'll fucking die tomorrow.
Well, so we just have to play a game that you never win.
You would love.
Well,
that.
Skull's up there. I don't really win Skull very often.
Yeah.
I've won more
You
games.
had an excellent game at school.
Andy's the
No,
only
I've
one
won more
who's
than
had a
Liar's
perfect
Dice. And
game.
that was Liar's Dice. I've won more Liar's Dice than I have Skull.
Was it? Oh, that's right.
was Liar's
you
Dice.
had a perfect game of
I had a
Liar's
perfect
Dice.
game of
No
Liar's
one
Dice.
else.
No one's come
in
close
our
to a
group has come
perfect
close to a perfect game of Liar's
I've
Dice.
won more
And
games of Skull
That's a
than
good
Liar's
point.
Dice.
If we sell
Or
a
other way around.
million of each of the plushies before the time runs out, the guys will demo the Crooked Moon condoms.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Not on camera. but
Not on
we'll
camera.
demo them.
No, for if we sell 1 million of each plushie,
Of
I'll bring
each?
TOS. For 1
Plushie?
million of each plushie?
That's a lot of million.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, someone said I can't wait to hear Marius's singing voice. I would say, whatever you think is as good as it possibly can get, it's much better than that. Not to hype it up too much.
I can't wait. But
I was there-
I disagree with that sing.
No.
I think we do.
Well, I think whatever we do,
Yeet.
we figure it out off stream.
Yeet.
What are you doing?
Yeet.
He's trying to
That's
activate Twin Brain.
That's my clue. Yeet. The
Unbelievable.
title that has Yee in it. You don't know? How do you not know this?
Aren't you supposed to be twins?
Yee.
Are you kidding?
Look at chat now. Look
It
what
was
you've
gonna
done.
be the single this
No,
month.
I know that's not a single.
You don't think so?
No, it's very good, but it's not a single. It's not a single.
Oh, you're right.
I'm telling you. We already have all. I have all the singles locked down.
Well, I mean, you can say what they are now since all of the
How do we
titles
put
will
it
be
out?
announced.
It spoils. It's a big spoiler.
What is?
It is literally spoiled on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, that's for people that read the page. It's easy to not read the page.
Without context, you have no idea what's happening. There is no context.
There's enough.
There's not enough context. Nope.
Man, this is such a great conversation
yeah,
that all
I'm
of our
really
chat
loving
can
everything
engage
about
in.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough.
No, they're all saying yee. This is the most engaged chat it's been.
Yee.
Oh,
Anyway,
I love
thank you,
Jeremy
Thank you.
Jordan.
Yee.
Jeremy Jordan's a spectacular singer.
Can we get some bets on who we think Marius's singing voice is gonna be? Put them in chat. Who do you think will play the role of Father Renethir?
Did we give any
On the
hints?
Crooked
No,
Moon?
we shouldn't.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't want any hints. Folks have seen who we've gotten thus far.
They don't know.
I just want Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
John
do know.
Goodman,
Goodman,
obviously.
yeah.
I want to see if there's gonna be any actual guesses. Okay.
What was the most shocking moment in a campaign? Example: the pencil break says, "I do what I want." 2010. I like that name.
I don't know. Probably all the Prime stuff. The whole Guru thing. Just
There
fucking
were some-
threw me for a loop. I did not expect
agree.
it.
I agree. There were some serious giga twists
I didn't expect it at all.
in Prime.
And then the moment was another huge twist, which was I guess also sort of related to Guru in a way, kind of sort of. That was a massive twist that I just never ever saw coming. I should have had faith in Mike. I should have knew it. I should have known it was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have.
We got some great suggestions.
Yeah.
We got some.
There's an interesting suggestion there that I see.
I see one as well.
A very interesting thought here.
I do see that.
Interesting indeed.
Marius is sung by Mace. What a weird choice that would be. Can you imagine that one of us was going to sing as Marius and we decided...
You know what's wild?
Is Mace tone
that
deaf?
it is
Right,
wild
the
how
one
many
tone deaf
comments-
I think Mace is legitimately tone deaf, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean I think he just is tone deaf.
I think all the rest of us, we're not that bad singers.
We can actually
I'll
hold the
admit.
tune.
I'll admit. Kels has a wonderful singing voice.
She does.
I feel like we all do pretty well karaoke.
That's
what I'll
right.
say.
That's
We all
right.
do pretty fucking well. We
Oh
bring
my
the house
god.
down.
Can someone ban Palomine?
We bring the...
Someone ban Palomine. Russell Crowe, but from Les Mis. Get out.
If Russell
Get out.
Crowe said, "G'day, let's go fight, and also I'll do this for free," I'd tell him to fuck
No,
off.
like literally.
If he offered to
he
sing on
paid
it,
us.
and yeah, I'd say no.
I think he's a wonderful actor.
I think he's a wonderful actor. I
Excellent
just don't want him
actor.
singing anywhere near my shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He's
guess
not
we
your fan.
did give them a clue. I did call the singer the hot one.
You
But
did.
that was
I
before we
did.
said the title of the song
That
and who it was
was.
about. So,
So
I think you guys
you
kinda fucked
have
up.
you have one
Oh,
bit of
no, they
you
have
know it's
enough.
the hot
Yeah,
one.
but think about how many hot people sing.
That's true.
It's wild
That's true.
how many people like they hear the singles and they just think that it's us that are singing it.
Caleb Hiles, Anna
I wish
Pansy,
we were that
Jonathan
talented.
Young, the Holy Trio. That's an interesting guess.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
The host of Hot Ones. That's my favorite character.
Also, very good guess.
Just the host from Hot
That's what I'm
Ones.
gonna name my guitar.
Yeah.
After your guitar.
Oh, that's so
You know
good.
what? Russell Crowe.
That's actually really good.
Russell
my guitar,
Crowe would
the host of
actually
Hot
make a
Ones.
great vagrant. I think he
Oh.
actually might be able to be a pretty good vagrant.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Actually, probably not.
Speaking of, we need to get on that.
On what?
Sometimes things fall through, folks.
Sometimes things fall apart.
Sometimes, yep, as we all learned in high school, lit class,
Yeah,
things fall apart.
dealing with busy folks with busy schedules, usually in LA or Atlanta.
Sam Raimi.
LA or Atlanta.
Weird Al, that's a fun guess.
Yeah, it's a very fun guess.
Yeah.
Weird Al.
Oh my God, Chapel Roan.
I wish.
No.
You think? Yeah.
Specifically for Marius.
Yeah, we
Poor
literally
Mary.
got the most famous person on the planet on our album.
Someday.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Literally the most famous person on the planet right now.
Flint and Steel.
And chicken jockey.
and Flint and
Steel.
I'm chicken jockey.
Crush a loaf. I'm gonna watch the Minecraft movie.
You know
And
what?
no one can stop me. I'm gonna watch the Minecraft movie in theaters. In a full suit.
If Hero Brian isn't in it, we
I think Hero Brian might be in it.
I think the stinger is going to be Hero Brian.
But then is he even in it? That doesn't even count.
well, I
Even
can't
if it's a
imagine
stinger,
they're
if
gonna put-
Hero Brian shows up, I will literally give the movie a standing ovation.
Yeah, 100%.
Can I request if we're still looking for a singer? Can I request somebody?
This should be good.
Because I'm thinking for the Vagrant, Bog Hat.
Oh my god.
The whole band will play one character?
Yeah.
That is so brilliantly avant-garde.
Thank
All
you.
of Foghat will be the Vagrant.
Yeah, I was
The Vagrant
thinking it.
sings with the voice of Foghat. Is it too late to add
How
that
many
into
of
the
them are
book?
still
Can we
alive?
add? We need to add when the Vagrant is introduced, he speaks to you in the voice of Foghat. The whole band. Yes, all of them.
Hold on. How?
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I need to know.
That actually goes really well with my DCC one shot where the lady in blue speaks to you through 5 severed heads that she holds up.
Chicken Jockey.
Okay.
Oh my god, I missed on the. Oh god, super chats. I'm gonna read all. I'm gonna fire off the. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, super chatters.
Their bass player's still alive?
I bet they would
Just
be a
him.
great Vagrant.
Just him?
Hold on.
So it's just the bass player from Foghat.
and their drummer.
The,
and their
the
drummer. Hold on.
Vagrant speaks to you with the voice of the bassist and drummer from Foghat.
Yeah.
Marshall Doonan, $5 super. So Soraya, $5 super chat. You guys are great. Thanks for posting. Thank you, Soraya. Marshall Doonan, $5 super chat. Canadian. If you could play one or two Vince characters, not your own, which character would you play? P.S. I can't wait to hear Torbeck. I would like to play. I've mentioned this. Of who a character that I would like to play.
we get
Tai
this
Shen.
Question a lot.
Tai Shen.
I would pick Barnabas.
Briggsy for fun, but if I wanted to do like my own unique, different take, Tai Shen or Yorgrim.
I was gonna say Yorgrim or Barnabas.
Yorgrim, yep. I think you do a great job with Barnabas.
Yeah.
I've always liked Yornir. And I like that direction. There's a lot I like about Yornir.
You know what I want to say? I think I would fucking dumpster Frost.
Oh,
I think I would fucking
You would slaughter
crush as
You would
Frost.
slaughter
Not Frost as you know him. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just, oh,
your own
I'm
take.
Johnny Carson, like late night talk show host.
Your own take.
I would be like the fucking mystic from Yulong in the fucking mountains in the
Yep.
monastery. Like, I would go ham.
I would make Frost more Sarnax adjacent. Not as zealous.
I'd
but
make him
kind
like
of mystery.
like fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I would like to play Gricko, but with the he speaks with the voice of Foghat. I couldn't even I couldn't get it out.
Nikki, who would you play?
There are two that I
The
would like
voice
to
of Bobcat died in 2000.
No! Do you think we can buy
Thank
his...
God he didn't live to see 9/11.
Do we think that we could buy his voice in a mason jar on eBay?
Probably.
He was
Google it.
English, mate.
Google it.
You know what?
Still,
I'm gonna sell
it
my
changed
tour
the
back
world.
for $500 on eBay
Okay.
and use that to buy the voice of Foghat in a mason jar. on
Okay.
eBay.
We might need a few more Torbecks.
No, I don't think anyone. It's probably up there for like $25.
Okay.
I should be stopped.
You should be stopped.
Trumpet goes.
Oh no! You asked me. I didn't
sorry.
answer.
Oh, sorry.
There are two that I think would be fun to play. They're not serious. They're not funny at all, which is weird because I would actually like to play a silly character. But Lethica and Victoria, I think, would both be incredibly fun to play.
Oh, that'd be very good. You can do very well. Both very well. Trumpet Goats, $5 super chat. In the campaigns that you DM, have you thought about what type of character you'd play if you were a player instead? I'm gonna pick one campaign. Saltmarsh. I would love to play Saltmarsh.
There is no one to DM it, Michael.
I wanted to play in Wolfrup so bad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Foghat.
You have a couple characters that you would play.
I've got like 3 characters in my back pocket that are. Oh, that's part of the question?
Yeah.
Oh, I've mentioned them before. My Talayan Pit Fighter that would be based on Oberyn Martell as the main colonel, but there's a couple other characters I could pull from.
Yeah.
Because there is actually a class in Wolfrup called the Duelist, which is not like a person who just duels. They are literally like the champion fighters of people from Game of Thrones, where you go to them and be like, hey, I need to hire you for a duel.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Settle
Can you,
this.
can you pass me the crow real quick?
My Scrim adjacent, like more serious, down to earth Scrim rat catcher character, that basically saw a Skaven but doesn't have the words for it and knows that people who talk about Skaven get disappeared in the middle of the night.
So good.
And then
So good.
And then I had an idea for a wizard, that I was workshopping, but I didn't have a lot of time to put into. And a witch hunter.
Quick aside. I'm not going to call this person out on stream, but just to show how effective we are at marketing, 1 minute ago we got an email from BackerKit. Looks like you got a new order. Lucky you. Here's what they ordered. A digital tarot deck and the creepy crow plushie. And that is it.
Thank you. Thank you, purchaser.
Whoa, hold on. There's all these minis over there. Here's the all unboxed. Yeah, look at this box that you get. And this doesn't even have the minis in it.
Okay, Chloe, how dare you? How dare
To be
you?
fair, I don't even know what Fall Cat
Anyway,
is. I'm
thank you
kidding.
for your purchase. You person that I won't say who.
The character that I would love to play in Saltmarsh would be my Shadar Kai Drake Warden Ranger
Oh,
Corsair.
fuck yes.
My broken Corsair.
That character would actually work really well in Waterfront too.
Yeah. Well, he's just Jasper, effectively.
Oh, I was thinking more of like if
Very
you
so-
made him more Ironborn-esque.
Oh,
and not,
well, yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Oh, yeah, true.
He'd be
true,
more
true.
like
Where he could
evil,
actually
or
dual,
right?
like where he actually dual wield
Oh,
instead of,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. If we want to do an all evil campaign, he would also be suited very well for that as well.
Yeah. Well, in Waterfront, doing evil is very easy.
Hell yeah. Withered T says $10 super chat. Hey guys, I'm Natalie. I love you guys so much. You make me laugh and inspire myself every day. Nikki's my DM icon. Thanks for the birthday stream. I'm waiting on my Bitsy plush. Well, thank you.
Yay.
Once this campaign over, I think it tells you when they're shipping, and it's actually not. It's pretty soon when
They're pretty quick. Real quick, I want to snap Grim Reaper X77 first time chatter. Thanks for sticking by. What RPG system is the Sci-Fi Odyssey game running in? It's in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
5th edition.
5th edition.
I believe that 5th edition has the chops to be an amazing, if not the best, sci-fi, science, fantasy,
I
space
agree.
opera setting
I agree.
system.
We've had a lot of fun in the universe of the Stardust Rhapsody.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Alabama Mouse Boy, $10 super chat. Thank you. What campaign moment has moved you? Has there been any tears shed? There have been a lot of tears shed. I think most of our fans have not seen any of them.
The finale of Curse of Shredanya
Finale of Princess Shadanya is the
is
most.
the main one.
Is the main one.
Prime had some really sad moments with
Oh my God.
Arc 2
Jeez
in
Louise.
particular.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I was.
For emotional moments
Sad moments, tears shed.
Yeah, but you said
In-
season 2 of something.
of Prime
Oh yeah.
with Hissy and all that,
Yeah, that show's fucked.
and the reveal of Sylvie's patron. That was really cool.
Oh
so
yeah,
fucking crazy.
that was dramatic.
God, what else? We had some other sad moments, right? I'm trying to think like when I actually got choked up. Go through the campaigns. Prime a bunch. Shredanya, obviously.
A bunch.
Yep.
Icebound, no.
Icebound hasn't had any like
no.
cripplingly sad things happen. It's all very
No.
tense and like.
Yeah, it's not like a sad campaign.
No.
Edge of Midnight. Not.
No, it's more
no
of like
tears.
horror.
Yeah, it's more
And
like
where
oh,
it's
fuck.
so where there are sad moments, it's so horrific and grotesque. I'm thinking of like the stuff with what's her name? Fuck it, spoilers. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
What?
From what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's her name? Zephyrine.
Zephyri.
Oh.
Like that was really sad and all of that, but like it was so gross and intense. We didn't have time to process it.
Yeah, and the orphanage too. It's very sad.
Yeah.
It's more of like a horrific scene.
Yes. Yes.
Beneath Dark Wings had some real dark moments. I thought even just our most recent episode when we killed the final
Oh yeah.
Duke or whatever.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Good stuff.
A lot of Beneath Dark Wing. I mean, there was some pretty dark shit.
Lufty's mom.
Oh, that got me
That
choked.
was-
That got me
a
choked
little
up
bit.
when she had to make the wish.
That got me a
Yeah.
little bit.
That choked me up, for sure.
Great question. JL, $50 super chat.
Oh
my
Hey y'all,
God.
thank you so much. I love your content. Gives you the long days. Will Kelsey come back to play as Hazel? Not
No.
for the immediate future. How do you guys go about making personalities back and stories for your
No.
characters? Clayton might be one of my favorite D&D characters. We always tie it to
I know
theme.
you always say that, but what's their favorite D&D?
Oh, that's what is it? JL. Good taste, JL.
Wow, thank you. That's I appreciate that.
We all tie it to a theme. We find the core theme, and the personality and the backstory needs
Clayton's
to tie
always
to the
my
core
example
theme.
too.
Clayton is an ambitious Victorian professor, and all of the wizardry and all of that is added to it, but it's not needed.
I had a thought about that, and I can't remember what the thought was. Like earlier today.
Thought about what?
About like theme, and the question came up during Gary Con, and I had some profound thought about all that, and I just totally forgot what the thought was.
Wow,
Yeah.
so deep.
Sweet Mocha Paws, 1999 super chat.
Thank
you
you.
so much. What a great fucking year.
Great year. Holy shit.
What a good fucking year.
Great
Booker.
fucking year.
I miss the middle class, Booker. I'm going to be working during Stardust tomorrow. I'm so excited what's in store. By the sound of it, we have a lot of tiers to look forward to. Yes! There are a lot of tiers, but not because what you think.
Nobody is ready for what you guys are gonna do tomorrow.
No. No one's ready.
No one's ready.
Nobody is ready.
I
Thank you, Sweet Milk.
would put a poll up and say, are you ready for tomorrow?
And
I
everyone's
think
going to say yes.
Most people would say yes.
And everyone
they're
who
gonna be
says
wrong.
yes.
I would want to point at all those people and
Mods,
say
can
you're
you put a
wrong.
poll up that says, "Are you ready for tomorrow?"
Yeah. And
And
don't
yeah,
lie.
what is this? Poor Nikki wanted to play games, but was shut down. It's true.
We
Don't
can-
let me.
well,
Some
play
people
games.
might be saying, oh no, that's happy. Other people will be saying, oh no, that's sad. Others will be saying a lot of other things. Alabama Mouse Boy, $5 super chat. We love you, Mikey. Thank you, Alabama Mouse Boy. Kitsune Kun, $5 super chat. You're doing a superhero campaign. No, but the Mighty Feats, starring cryptid superheroes, coming to GameFound 2026.
Is the Mighty Feats the one where we have like super realistic human feet?
No, Mighty Feats is that Bigfoot is
Remember,
the
Oh,
leader.
yeah.
Is the leader.
Oh, it's
Bigfoot's turned to big feet,
Yeah,
turned to
this
the
is
mighty
where,
feet.
where Bigfoot fucks the Mothman.
Well, that was the precursor. That's like, or it's big. Well, and first off, it's Bigfoot fights versus the Jersey Devil, and then they fuck.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. How could I forget that?
And then once that one's out, and we see how the markets react to that. Then I can start
Yeah.
working on Bigfoot versus Mothman, and then they fuck. Of course.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, Andy.
So-
How could I forget?
And then
If-
we'll eventually get up to the Mighty Feats.
If and when we ever play a superhero campaign, we will be playing the Mighty Feet, and it is going to be cryptids
hope
as
we
superheroes, and it is going to be the most shameless and cringe thing we ever do, and it might be fun.
Now that being said, because it is the Mighty Feats, and you are essentially a Bigfoot or some sort of cryptid that
A
has
Bigfoot?
a Bigfoot or
Okay.
some sort of cryptid that has.
Can I be the penis one?
Sure.
Which one is that?
It's the one that kind of goes like this, and then
This.
he's like, it's like this, and then the base does
the base
this,
kind of
right?
is this.
Yeah.
So it has a head that looks like this.
Right, head was like this,
Like this,
right.
and then it comes down. The base comes down,
But
and then or
what
the,
I'll
the,
say
the trunk,
is-
and then it flares out.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose.
No, but what is its name?
The flats.
The
Flatwood
Flatwoods
Monster.
Monster. The
Flatwood
Flatwoods
Monster.
Monster.
So whatever you pick,
Flatwood.
the idea is that you'll be
Flatwood.
essentially
Yeah,
like, you know,
Flatwood.
doused in toxic waste, and that's how you got your superpowers. Part of your superpower could be having realistic human feet, as well.
It would be part of my superpower,
Totally.
for sure.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. You're one of the Mighty Feats.
That would be the mighty. That would be my superhero name, the Mighty Feet.
But the leader of
Yeah.
the superhero group is Bigfoot.
He has
so
to be
that's
a
why
Bigfoot.
we are
A
all
Bigfoot.
the Mighty Feats.
Yeah.
yeah.
We all.
Do you have Borb with you, by the way?
Dear what?
Borg?
Borb.
Richie has Borg.
Borb?
He's right here.
Yeah, I just want to cuddle.
Did you get all the super chats?
No, last one. Andre and $5 Canadian. What are the top 3 things you need to have a happy day life? What brings you into joy? I think I'll pick one because I mean it varies.
Wait, what was the question?
What
I
are the
wasn't
top
listening.
3 things?
top
My
3 things
creative.
what?
Oh, to have a happy day.
Oh.
A happy day.
What brings you instant joy? Creative work is one. My squishable llama cream cheese is another. And I like seltzer water and coffee.
What was the question?
What are things that you need or enjoy to have a nice happy day?
The crushing weight of responsibility.
I mean, this is your whole life, Rich.
That doesn't sound happy at all.
It's not.
Well, then then you
That's
didn't answer the
not-
question.
that
I need
doesn't
it.
answer
Yeah,
the
you
question.
also didn't-
not that I need it, but I just.
You also
it's
didn't understand the
self-inflicted.
question.
Literally, all of Richie's characters, the only through line is the crushing weight of responsibility.
Oh God, I don't know.
You need to talk to your shrink about that.
What I will say is that I think that I would lose my mind if I didn't work a lot.
I agree.
I work too much currently, but I do love it, right?
Me
And
too.
it does invigorate me. And
As much as Richie hears me say, "I can't do this. I can't do this.
I can't do this
Like
anymore.
under me muttering, me not even saying out, realize I'm saying out loud. As much as Richie hears me say that,
Can't take
I do
this.
love it.
Can't take
I
this.
do
Not
love this.
another
I
day.
don't think
Can't
there's
take fucking
anything
dark.
that Rich hates more than boredom.
That's true. What I would say is a wonderful beach trip.
Oh,
If there is that's
Bro.
the one time where I can unplug. It's MagFest and
Bro,
go into the
yeah.
beach, where I'm you get up, maybe have a nice bagel with cream cheese.
Oh, by the way, I got some beach dates for you. If you're interested.
amazing.
Fuck yeah,
Let me know.
bro.
Is
we
that
talk
what you and
about-
Kelsey have been posting on the calendar?
I don't
There's
think-
2 dates on the calendar that are important,
oh,
and we can talk about it at the stream.
okay.
And go to the beach. You swim, you lay out on the on the sand.
Magfest
Get
and
some
going
sun.
to the beach are my two spiritual places. Yeah, I agree.
Look at this
Yeah,
round
conventions
boy.
that aren't tabletop conventions.
Look at him. You want him.
Anime cons, I don't think are spiritual.
No.
They're not spiritual. What I mean, and again, I haven't been to one since all this started, right? But I have the hypothesis. What I deeply miss is going to a convention as like just a fucking attendee. That
That's
has
true.
nothing to do with my life. It has nothing to do with my work. It has nothing to do with what
We
we
can
do.
never go to a tabletop con again and have it not be work.
No,
Ever
it's
again.
there's this asterisk forever for the rest of fucking time.
That's fair.
That
Gary Con is the closest, and that's still work.
No, that's work.
It is, but
I mean,
it's
still
it
a
is,
great
but it's
fucking
definitely
time.
the
it's
closest.
the closest.
Right.
Ah, man, I don't know.
But we're still like, anyway.
Yeah.
$5 super chat from Dalton Duforn. To help me all reach those good cryptives for the mighty feat. Apparently Wendigoon, who's a YouTuber, did a couple good videos ranking all cryptids. Is Wendigoon the guy who does the podcast with Papa Meat?
The only thing I know about Wendigoon is that he had
669.
a
He passed
makeshift
666.
plushie.
No.
Yeah. Is that Wendigoon who does the podcast
Mikolo.
with
I don't know anything about him.
with Meat Canyon?
Can you pass me Peggy? Peggy passed
Yes.
666.
So folks,
You have an hour and a half.
you have an hour and a half.
90 minutes.
If you want your Bitsy plush, she is gone for fucking ever. If you miss out,
Forever.
she's gone. You have an
Gone.
hour and a half. This is why we're streaming.
Slow ride.
Creepcast.
Take it easy.
I know. I've heard some of their stuff. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I like that. I like that podcast.
I'm a big fan of Papa Meat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I like his
Wonderful content.
I actually like his just talking content more.
He's one of those people where
I just
if you-
like he has a generally fun takes and fun, I like the way that he talks.
if you listen to his story and like how he came to be, he's one of those people where like they were just always destined to hit it big.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Just how his mind works and his personality and his work ethic and his hustle, like he just fucking made it happen. It wasn't luck, it wasn't
Who's
just Papa Meat.
Oh,
Meat
yeah,
Canyon,
yeah.
the Meat
Yeah,
Canyon
yeah,
channel.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was Mike. That's scary.
Very inspiring.
Speaking of famous people that I don't really know anything about, are those all the super chats?
yeah, that's it.
Somebody said, "Did you know that Technoblade might be in the Minecraft movie?"
I heard about that.
Who is Technoblade?
When
Is that a
does-
Minecraft?
It's
When does the Minecraft movie come out?
It's got to be soon.
I don't
This
know.
summer.
yeah, I don't know actually.
I assume
It's
this
got to be
summer.
sooner than that. The promotions are so apparently Technoblade. You go ahead. You probably.
I
know
like
more.
to bring up these things 'cause I don't know who these people
You
are.
know
I'd
more
like
about
to, I'd like to
Technoblade.
learn.
It's a grim story. So
I
we'll-
Oh
learned
God,
about him.
I wouldn't brought up as grim.
Very grim.
It's very grim.
Or it's sad. It's not
It's sad.
It's not grim.
How fucked up is this? Can you keep it PG?
It's sad.
At a high level, I found out about it.
Oh God, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a very sad short that they did on his birthday after he passed with his dad. It was very sad.
Oh my God.
But he was a Minecraft YouTuber that blew up and then got cancer and then passed away.
Oh, that's awful.
And so presumably, I won't go into it more than that. But if there's a memorial, that'd be fucking amazing.
That'd be very interesting.
That'd be fucking amazing.
November's Light. Thank you so much for the.
He
five
might
gifted.
be in the movie, like they would do something to put him
Yeah,
in the
some
movie.
sort of. You know how there's like my guess is an Easter egg, right?
Yeah, probably an Easter egg.
Damn, that's fucked up, man. I wouldn't even have brought that up if I had known.
It's very sad.
$10 super
Jesus.
chat. Lucas Sandlin. Hey, how do I get revenge on my DM who named a character after my real life name
Punch
who
them
was
in
so
the face.
stupid an intimidation
No, I'm
check of
kidding.
21,
Don't.
22 failed to work. I'm a level 4
Don't
ranger.
listen to me.
Playing a ranger was your first mistake.
I would say bury the hatchet,
Yeah.
find peace, and let go.
Just talk it out.
That's my answer.
Sit down and have a conversation with them.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Communication.
I love that, Michael.
That's it.
Please
That's it.
don't punch them in the face.
That's it.
Is the width 800 or is the height 800?
That's it.
I'm gonna check.
Oh, the width of the cryptid who's got the
That's
he's
very
got
funny.
the head that's like
It's got a
this.
head that's a little
and
rounded.
Then the
Kinda looks like a
the
helmet.
body is this, and
Yeah.
then the base kind of
it
kinda
kind
does that.
of does this. Yep.
It's
Yep.
got
Yep.
that.
It does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Is there a character you have made that you wish you could change, like ability, personality, or such? What I will say before I answer this question is that if there is a reason that internally that we think that a character's personality, ability, or something should change, we just change
We
it.
just do
retcon
it,
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah.
If there's a narrative
We just
reason,
fucking
or
do it.
we just do it. Now that being said, I've said many times on stream that if I could do over Beneath Dark Wings and Felix, I would. Just because, again, that was the second character I ever made.
Yeah.
And I would redo it.
Yeah, I do the
would
same
change a
thing
lot.
with Iris.
I think I would blow up the party and rebuild it, and I have to hear a convincing
the two
reason
characters,
for every character to come back.
The two characters that I would completely redo would be Queenie and Iris. Easy, no question.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think basically, I mean, I would redo so much to the theme, like you mentioned, Nikki. Fucking after reading A Song of Ice and Fire and getting into it, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, Game of Thrones
what
has
I
changed
could
you,
do,
Mike.
what I could do
It has.
in Beneath Dark Wings now.
It'd be an entirely different campaign.
Yeah, it
would
wouldn't
be.
be the same.
And if that was the case,
Well,
if that was the,
we
if you
all
came
would
to me,
make different characters.
I was
then
gonna
because
just
of
say,
that.
it would
I
be,
wouldn't even play
no,
Fixed Felix. I would play an entirely different
The
character.
high fantasy would have been stripped from it tremendously. It would have been the demonic aspect would have been far more understated and then very slowly building.
Yeah.
And but we
Slow
we were
burn.
playing fucking D&D,
We were babies.
right?
We didn't know what
We
the
were
fuck
playing
we were
fucking
doing.
D&D.
We were
The
babies.
campaign is
And-
a classic D&D
Right, and
campaign.
it's still a fucking great
Rich,
campaign.
can you minimize the window?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Here's an easy question. Thoughts on root beer and what brand? I gotta go with Stewart's.
Oh,
Stewart's, because not only do I like their root beer, I like their cream soda and I like their orange soda.
I don't drink a lot of root beer, so I will just name the only brand of root beer that I really drink, and that's Wild Bill's. I
Great
prefer
fucking
their
answer.
sarsaparilla.
Great fucking
I
answer.
prefer their sarsaparilla, but
That actually might be
their
the real
root beer
answer.
is good.
That might be the real
Their
answer.
root beer is
Their
very
root beer-
good.
sarsaparilla is
And
basically
they
root
have
beer.
Their sugar-free root
Their
beer
sugar
is
for root
fucking-
beer fucking slaps. It is so good.
It's
I could
excellent.
suck that shit down.
Now, if I'm picking a
All
main
con.
brand root beer, I'm going A&W.
I couldn't tell you the difference between A&W. What's the dog? Barks mug.
I agree. A&W is the best
I-
of all the main
I
brands.
couldn't tell you. I can tell you the difference.
They all taste the same to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love Wild Bill's.
I agree.
Soda so much. And that's actually one of my
I
favorite
would
parts about Gen
literally
Con.
kill a man for Wild Bills right now. I haven't
That'd
had
be
Wild
so
Bills in probably 3 years.
But you know when we will?
That's right.
Gen Con.
Gen Con.
Every
I
year,
know.
I'm like,
You
I'll
just
bring my
have to
cup,
wait.
They have it at
and then I
Origins.
show up.
But
Yeah,
you're
but
not
Origins.
going.
I might go.
for you.
Well, I
You're
might go.
going.
But the
Bring
thing
your
is,
mug.
day one I go, and I look at the line and I go, fuck, I don't have time for this shit. And then I move on. And then I come back and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I already missed a day. Like, do I really want to get the whole fucking weekend pass?
Oh,
and then
exactly
and then at the last 2 Gen Cons, I just didn't fucking do it.
And so they used to come to, and maybe they do, they used to come to Otakon and Katsucon.
I think they still do.
And we stopped going to anime cons.
Yeah.
But they don't come to MagFest.
Or
which 'cause-
Anime USA.
But even if
Yeah.
PAX Unplugged, the line
Which is
gets
dead.
crazy.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
dead? Are they like
Yeah,
done?
Anime USA's
though?
dead, yeah.
Oh.
It's been dead for a while. Hasn't it been?
What's that?
I thought
Anime
it was
USA.
dead. Anime
Hasn't that been
USA.
dead for a
I
while?
don't know. Let's Google it.
I
thought
feel
that
like
died-
it's.
I thought that died
I
They
a
feel
while
like
definitely
it's
ago.
back.
missed a few years,
I feel like
but
it's
I don't
Maybe
know.
not. Maybe it's not
No.
then.
It's
Oh, wow, they're still
High
going?
Regency. October
Let's
10th
go.
to 12.
Wow.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
I might go.
I might go too.
Look, honestly,
Oh, wait,
that
what
would
date?
that would be
No,
kind
you
of
will not be
fun.
going.
Okay, never mind.
I promise you, you'll not be going.
No.
Oh.
No.
In one way or another, I
One
promise
way
you,
or
you
another,
will not
we're
be there.
going. Yep.
No.
Yep. What I'll say is that when we were guests, that weekend we had 50,000 YouTube subscribers. We all cheersed about
We
it.
had a wonderful toast.
And it was the final night. It was Saturday. I stepped into the rave. And the stench that I sniffed,
Knocked you on your ass.
that you stunched.
it was one of the most vile scents I've ever smelled.
Yeah.
Oh, to answer the question from a long time ago, what is the odd smell that you like? I love the smell of chlorine in indoor
Yes,
pools.
me too.
I love the smell of an indoor pool.
I like the smell of bleach.
Bleach is a little intense for me,
But
I'm neutral.
It reminds me of things that are clean.
Yeah.
It gives me a headache.
I-
Bleach.
Yeah.
I hate
Bleach
this
fucks me up.
about me, but I love the smell of gasoline.
That's the one we brought up
Yeah.
before you were here.
Yeah.
We said we both said gasoline.
I love
I also
trying
the
to
smell of
think
nail
of-
polish.
Nail polish
acetone
smells
too.
so good.
I like the smell of acetone.
Nail polish.
I don't want to like it, but I do.
I love a briny scent. You know what I mean? Like by the
Ooh.
ocean, when like it just smells salty. And I know people like, a lot of people that don't like seafood or don't like oysters, right? They have an issue with that kind of
I love the briny.
salty,
Yeah.
briny. I'm a fan.
But yeah, I mean, an indoor pool at a hotel, that shit hits.
Yeah.
That shit hits.
It's different.
It reminds me of vacation as a kid, the indoor pool thing.
Yeah.
I just
Yep.
I immediately think about times that I was on vacation with my family as a
Yep.
kid.
Oh yeah, isopropyl alcohol. I love the smell of that. It's just awful.
Sleepy Squirrel, I'm going to answer this,
Why are you smiling like that?
and then I'm going to move on.
Oh, no.
What's your least favorite campaign that you have played, if any? Can't answer that.
Okay. You can say Wuff Up, I won't be offended.
Oh,
It's definitely not Wolf Frog.
I know it's not. That's why I
Definitely
said
not
it.
Wolf Frog.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Wolf Frog.
Yeah.
I'm being a dick.
You know it ain't.
Oh god.
Oh, I gotta clear some of these questions. We gotta knock some of these out.
Yeah, we're wrapping up here pretty soon.
Do it. Do it.
Hold on, let me keep going. These are all just not questions. Oh, Nikki, this is
Me?
a great question. What inspired your current hair color?
Oh,
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
Oh yeah.
Just felt like it, maybe?
Yeah, it's neon.
Wait, what?
I can't say. You know, that's what I'll say. I can't say. I can't tell you. You don't
What?
get to know.
What?
But patrons will get to know because I filmed a little video when I was getting my hair done. My hairdresser was fantastic, and she let me film everything, and so patrons will know. But it's a surprise. It's a secret.
That's very cool.
And that's all I can say.
So you're making content out of it
Yeah.
for patrons.
Yeah.
Sounds like you should sign up for our Patreon.
Join our Patreon now. Oh yeah.
Richie, what's Wolf Up?
Well, Andy.
He does that to me all the time.
It always kills me, Andy, when you turn to me and giggle.
I know.
It always
I know.
kills me.
WFRP is actually an acronym. WFRP. Warhammer Fantasy
Stop looking at me and laughing.
Roleplay. It is a role-playing game,
Around Warhammer Fantasy.
also known as an RPG in the world of Warhammer Fantasy. I know none of you have even heard of that setting. When you hear Warhammer, you think 40k. Totally different
I'm
setting.
the DM. The GM.
Andy's the GM. It's a game by Cubicle 7. It's the 4th edition of the game. It's excellent. It's gritty. It's a dark fantasy flavor that we got a taste of during Tainted Grail. That, oh boy, do we love it. We missed it, so we just decided to start running it for patrons every week on Monday as everything goes on.
The Patreon content that you're filming, what tiers is it for?
Huh?
You haven't decided yet.
No.
We'll let you know
Probably-
before we release it.
My guess is it'll be
Monkey.
Golden Monkey.
Gold Monkey,
Empire,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Speaking of
Whatever
which-
your drive
some
to
fun
D&D
secret
is
content
for, then
that's
that's
working
what
on.
it's
Gold
for.
Monkey.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, the vlogs have been getting some extra traffic lately.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Nice.
I love that.
surprised.
Does anyone have a good, speaking of tomorrow, anyone have a good sci-fi font that's legible, small, and is not too bold? No.
Have you tried Wingdings?
I did actually.
I love
tried
Wingdings.
Yeah, Torbeck's been
just a
sold out
disaster.
for a very long time.
Rich, I've got the perfect one.
What?
Papyrus.
They did an Avatar.
Thank you.
Highest
Lock
grossing
was-
sci-fi movie of all
Lock
time.
was right with you.
Reed, you've got
Highest
it.
grossing sci-fi movie of all time.
That
they
that's-
just did Papyrus.
That sketch with the goose,
Yeah.
with the
See?
Gosling.
So fucking fun.
It's pronounced papyrus, but I'll let it
Have
slide.
you looked to see what font Foghat's name was in on their first album?
Just drugs. Drugs font.
Drugs the font.
Drugs the font.
Exo 2.
Is Adron42 talking about Rob the Honest Wargamer?
Who?
The guy who made the Slapshot painting video makes content entirely about Warhammer Old World.
That's
Fantasy.
right. I'm not sponsored, but go watch or listen to Square Base with Val Heffelfinger and Rob Symes / The Honest
Heffelfinger?
Wargamer.
It's a fake.
While we're speaking of Old World,
Wonderful podcast. I listen to every single fucking episode. Big
They're
fan.
very good.
while we're speaking of Old World, I have had my notifications for Tomb Kings turned on
Oh,
forever.
That is a good font. Exo.
And the notifications never come through. So if any of you ever see that Tomb Kings are being restocked, any of the models, please just ping me in Discord or something because I really need. I need them.
Their production
is slow.
has been awful.
Is awful. Is
And I've
bad.
heard that apparently they're finally upgrading their production capability, but it's taking a while for them to
They
do
all say.
it.
I
they
want
all
Casket
say.
of Souls. That's all I want. Is that too much for a girl to ask?
Casket of Souls.
Just want Casket of Souls.
I need to find time to get back into it, man.
I'm gonna keep.
I was talking to
dancing on
Sotek about the
casket of
reveals.
souls. I'm gonna keep.
The reveals
Ooh.
at Adepticon.
This is a great question. What is a GM versus a DM? GM is Game Master, DM is Dungeon Master. One of them is copyrighted, I believe, or trademarked. I can't
Dungeon
remember which.
Master is both.
If you are
copyrighted
not
and
playing
trademarked by
D&D,
Wizards of the Coast.
you are not a DM. If you are playing any other system, you are a Game Master.
But I think that
Or storyteller,
basically
or a
all
leader.
DMs are game masters. All DMs are GMs.
But-
not all GMs are DMs.
What about Dungeon Mistress?
I don't think that's
That
copyrighted.
is a gray area, and
Gray
I think
area.
we're fine with that,
Fantastic.
technically.
But
I think-
specifically, when I was playing Tainted Grail, I was the leader.
Yep.
When I am playing Wuffrup, I am the GM. When I play
And when you're
13 Beers or
yeah.
Pirate Borg or DCC, I'm the GM.
And when you're hearing yourself referred to in the Crooked Moon, you're the GM.
Yep.
Because
Exo
DM is copyrighted.
We have to.
Flint and steel. Jig and jockey.
What does that mean?
What are you even doing over there?
That is an impression
Chicken
of
jockey.
Jack Black in the Minecraft movie.
Oh.
What is a chicken?
Release.
What is a chicken jockey?
A chicken jockey apparently is a small. I've been learning a lot because of the memes.
I bet.
Is a little zombie who rides a chicken. It's a chicken jockey.
That's an enemy?
It's an enemy. Apparently, it's a rare enemy. It's a little
In
zombie.
Minecraft.
Correct me, Zoomers, if that's correct. Crushing a loaf.
What's a
They
Crussian
crush a
loaf?
loaf.
What is that?
The villagers love to crush a loaf.
Like a loaf of bread?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To eat like
The
crush
villagers.
a
Oh,
loaf
these are
of
the
bread?
villagers. Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite is Ender Pearl.
Oh,
Nether Pearl.
Ender Pearl.
Ender Pearl.
Oh
what is
man,
it?
I
Nether
need
Pearl?
a couple Ender Pearls. Ender Pearl. I
A
love
baby zombie on a chicken.
baby zombie. That's a grim
That is
implication.
grim.
I've played Minecraft twice.
I thought it was a small baby
and
zombie.
none
not
of
a
what
baby
you're
zombie.
saying makes any sense to me.
That's
And I
right.
played the game twice.
That's right.
Although last time we played, I went down like a hole, like a fucking tunnel, not like a literal hole, like where I was so laser fucking focused on building a house, and I didn't even finish. I barely finished the first floor. I cleared out so much forest. I was like an evil corporation, and then I started building a house, and it was like I barely finished the first floor before I was like, oh, it's after midnight, Derek. I guess we should probably wrap this up.
I tuned into that stream for just a very short amount of time. It was just in time for you. You had opened a window, and Derek was not really listening to you. You kept asking him questions, but he had put down the little crafting station and was like trying to explain to chat about crafting. And you were like, "Should I close this window up? Like it's getting dark." And he's like, No, we're fine. And he's like crafting away, and you're asking a couple more questions, and then all of a sudden a spider crawled in and just destroyed you.
Oh.
And you were screaming.
Was
It
that when we were still in the
so
snow
good.
area?
I think so.
Because we lost a lot of time that stream
Oh, it
because
was
we
so
tried to do
funny.
like a hardcore Icebound version where we had to like survive to set up a house, and then once we died once, it was like a cascade of fucking
It
ruinous
was like
deaths.
the best part though is you were like, "Am I gonna be safe right here?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so then with
And
the
I get
crafting,
murked
and
by
then
a
all
spider.
of a sudden the spider just crawls in through the window, and you just start screaming.
I was probably like, "Fuck you, Derek! Fuck you! You fucking led me astray,
It
you
was
bitch!"
So good.
That's yeah. I went.
Oh,
I
man.
would like to play some more Minecraft. It won't be for a while. I can't play without Derek.
Honey DeWydrox asks, great question. Favorite side-scrolling SMB game? For me, it's Super Mario Bros. Game. It's not even close. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, I think it's me,
pretty objective. Like,
at least for me. At least for me, I think that Yoshi's Island was the only Mario game that I truly fell in love with.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game.
I think it's fine. It's not technically a Mario game, but that's okay.
Well, it's still side scroll and beat 'em
we're
up.
asking for Super Mario.
It has to be a Super Mario.
Yeah,
Bros.
SMB.
Oh.
Super
Most
Mario
of those
Bros.
games suck.
I like the Princess Peach game.
The emotion one?
What?
That's a
No.
3D.
I would choose.
No,
The
there was
emotion
like
was a side-scroller.
I
Super
think there was
Mario's-
one that was just called Peach.
There was.
Yeah, that is.
Where she had
side-scroller.
her emotions because she was a woman. It was very,
I
it was
choose-
a very questionable choice.
I also choose Peach, but
Very
I choose
questionable.
Peach from Super Mario Brothers 2,
Oh yeah.
where you could play as
That's my
Toad,
second option.
Super
as
Mario
I
Brothers.
like
the
that
brothers
one.
and as Peach, and Peach
Yeah.
could float.
Which was a reskinned game. That
very
was not a
questionable.
Mario
I was gonna
say it
game.
wasn't
Very
supposed to be a Mario game.
questionable.
Yeah,
And which why it's so
See,
good
Paolo
because most of the
gets
Mario
me.
games
Thank
suck.
you, Paolo.
that's a bold statement.
Yes, Andy did just say most
Yeah,
Mario
most of them
games
are not
suck.
very good. Most of them are pretty mid.
But Chloe, you don't know who Foghat is, so
The ones that are good are very good. The ones that are not
uh,
very good are just kind of mid.
64 is very good. Sunshine's very good. 3 is
Galaxy
good.
was great. Galaxy
Galaxy
2
was
is
great.
fucking
Super
great.
Princess Peach is what it
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
called,
so
right?
what I'll say is that there are a lot of them that are newer that I never played. Like I never, I only played the fucking ancient ass.
I don't
ones.
like 1.
And at a certain
If you've
point,
only played 1, yeah, that's definitely mid.
but that's my point. Is that some of them are not very good.
Yeah, well, 2's great. 3 is great. Or
Three,
good.
3 is good.
I like 2 more than 3.
2 is better than 3.
Um,
Some of the best
World is great.
Some of the best Mario games are not side scrollers.
But
That's-
Yoshi's
I
Island.
liked the Yoshi. Yeah, is that the Yoshi one where you play
We call it
as
Double
Yoshi?
With Baby Mario?
And, oh my god, I love
that's
that
that's
one.
Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
That
That's-
was
and
so
that-
good.
But like, yeah.
And you get
Throw the egg. Yep.
64, Galaxy, Super Mario Sunshine, none of them are side scrollers.
Correct.
And that's why they're fucking amazing.
But no, I agree with Mike on this one. Objectively, it's Mario or it's Yoshi.
That's my favorite at the very
Yeah.
least. That's my favorite.
Ken, I just want to call out Double 87, who has just the correct answer for all of this discussion. Is Donkey Kong Country 2 is just peak.
Well, see,
It
that's
is.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's
If,
just
if you
objective.
want my favorite side scroller, it's DKC 2.
Well, and that's what I
not
was
even
gonna say,
close.
is that the Donkey
Second
Kong
place
side
is
scrollers are more
DKC 1,
interesting.
and it's down here.
They're just, the Donkey Kong side scrollers are just better.
They're just better. That's what, you know?
Like, I don't think this is controversial.
Don't at me.
Miyamoto was very salty about it.
Yeah.
But he can be mad all he
Miyamoto was
wants.
very salty that DKC was better than Super Mario World, and that Banjo-Kazooie was better than Mario 64.
I never played Banjo and Kazooie.
He was very salty about it.
I
DKC
played
3 is a bit
DKC,
of
but
a
I didn't do Banjo and Kazooie.
bit of a mess. But
I'm talking about DKC
But see,
1
then
and
if we're
Kazooie.
gonna open it up to other side-scrolling platform games, I'm throwing Mega Man out there.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
the Mega Man games are fucking amazing.
I think
3 and 6 were unfucking real.
I think that if we're talking just side scrolling, all of it's on board. Castlevania is on board. Hollow Knight and all those other games that are
Battletoads.
new.
that's just like so many games.
Battletoads.
It opens up very quickly.
Because I would limit it. I would talk about platformers versus like the
Oh,
beat 'em
any
ups.
side scroller.
Because side-scrolling is just...
so no Metroidvania at all.
That's a different genre.
They're all
I
different
think.
categories, for
Right.
sure.
So side-scrolling platformer. I mean, DKC 2 is still peak. Don't at me. It's the best. I think it's still the best game ever made. That's I'll say it. Hello says, does Mikey, why did you do that to him in Prime 90 count as a question? I cried. It does count as a question. It says I had to. The story demanded it.
I think I'm gonna use this. Chicken jockey.
Flint and Steel. Chicken jacket. Richard and I, when we were in our hotel room, we're just not going back and forth. That's how brain rotted I am from having to have shorts be part of my job.
Yeah.
My brain is so brain rotted. It's like it's not even
And
funny.
we don't understand any of these
I don't
references.
know. I don't understand any of the references. I just think it's funny. Live funny Jack Black man.
We're
make me
getting
laugh.
corrected in chat, so I'm gonna start intentionally saying them wrong. Because that's like peak dad achievement, is like you just like say things wrong intentionally to piss off your kids.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Snapshot McLovin. Well, obviously a long way down the road. Is there any thoughts or interest towards the next theme for the publishing company to make a book around?
Are there any
Perhaps
thoughts or
the
interest?
Feywilds as Domain of Delight to counter Duskenwald, or is that too on the nose?
Was the question, is there any interest or thought?
Have we thought about it?
I've told you what
Yes.
happens when you ask a yes or no question.
But
the answer is almost
basically,
always.
what have you
yes.
thought about?
I'm not saying anything. I answered the question.
Of course we thought of it.
I answered the question. Yes.
Have you thought of it?
Okay, that's a good answer.
What I will say
Good answer. Good answer.
is that... Should I say this?
I mean, you're
I
CEO,
would
man.
be, you do what you want. I don't want to give anybody anything. I'm over here like an ender clam.
You're like Clambo from Donkey Kong Country 1.
In the Crooked Moon...
Ender clam.
Ender Clam.
Ender clam.
In the Crooked Moon, we included a fun little Easter egg that references what we're doing next. We're gonna pull it out for the digital version on Monday. Yep. So you won't be able to see it until you get the printed book. But
I really hope we don't
It's
forget
in
to
there.
fucking take that out.
I mean, even if
I already
you,
pinged Yelka.
look, even if you do leave it
I'm gonna
in,
check.
no one will find it. No one will
No,
find
they're
it.
gonna find it.
They will not find
They're
it.
gonna find it.
They're pulling out.
We're pulling out. Yep. Generally not my strategy, but in this instance.
Unsafe. Unsafe.
In this
Extremely
instance,
unsafe.
In this instance, we have to do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Yeah. It's pulled out of so everyone on Monday, it'll be missing.
So don't look for it. I'm just trying to save you people time. Don't look for it.
Don't look for
It
it.
won't be in there.
It will not be in there.
But
God,
oh,
I'm gonna help double, triple check.
Yeah.
oh baby.
To make sure it's not in there.
I'm gonna double triple check as well.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Ooh,
Russian loaf.
here's a great fucking question. Favorite Kirby game?
Aw.
Mine is
I have
for the NES. I think it's Nightmare in Dreamland. Is that the one? Hold on. Let me
I
just double check.
unfortunately missed a lot of
Yep.
them.
Yep.
Which is a tragedy
we
because I
missed.
feel like I would have loved many of them.
It's so fucking. That's
whatever
yeah.
the one with Rick, Kine, and Koo are.
Yes.
The hamster, the fish, and the
It was
owl.
on the Game Boy.
It was on the Game Boy. It was, I believe, Kirby's
Dreamland 2?
Dreamland 2.
Yes.
I believe it's Kirby's Dreamland 2.
I believe.
I found all three of
nope.
those.
It's called
animals.
Kirby's Adventure. Sorry, the remake was called Nightmare in Dreamland when they brought it back for like the Game Boy or something like that. It was called Kirby's Adventure on the NES.
Can you Google Kirby's Dreamland 2?
Yeah.
And I like how the snail in the cartoon was Paul Land.
Oh,
Oh, this one was really
King
good too.
Dedede.
It was for the Game Boy.
that was fucking
Oh,
good, man.
King Dedede.
because you got to ride the critters.
You got to
Like,
ride the-
that's
and that's
good.
why we
That
got
is
it.
a really good Paul Land,
Thank you,
Mike. That's
thank
a
you,
really good.
Thank you.
Oh.
Now I see that Kirby boy. Oh, Kirby, I gotta finish my golf course. Mom, King DDD. Like, wow, you went there.
Kirby's Adventure was one of those games that I beat from start to finish. That I almost like had my life taken a slightly different.
Yeah.
That would have been my like intro to speedrunning. Because that was the kind of that game was so short that I could sit down and just beat
Kirby
it in an
games are
afternoon.
very short, yeah.
Kirby's Adventure, and like I'm sure that there are some crazy fucking skips, but I didn't know. I was 6, 7,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
Sacrilegious, but I've never played a Kirby game.
No, that's okay.
We
It
missed
was
most
easy
of
to
this.
The music is goated.
I'm very bummed that I missed Kirby 64.
I feel like I would have liked it. I
and
just
apparently,
didn't.
Kirby's Air Ride is very good.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's very good.
hear
Just
it's great.
totally missed it. Totally missed it.
I think because the N64 had so many fucking outstanding games.
Yeah.
That Kirby 64, I'm like, who's this like?
That one was cool because you could mix powers.
Yeah, like,
You could,
like, absorb
where
more
all
than one
these
enemy, and it was, like, cool,
characters
unique
and
shit.
like Rick, Kine, and Koo are gone.
That's what I was upset
And
about.
so I'm like,
I
why
love
would I
those three
pick
little
this up?
guys so much. I
Yeah.
was upset that they weren't in it. I think that's why I was kind of like, I'm over it.
You had every other game coming out, right? You had fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day, you had Banjo-Kazooie, you had Banjo-Tooie, DK64, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, like
No, like, yeah, the
just
top.
endless amazing games.
San Francisco Rush 2049. Space Station Silicon Valley. Favorite video game crush from Witchy B.
Lara
The
Croft.
Sunflower from Conker's
Sunflower
Bad
from
Fur Day.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Favorite?
What I will say is that the Holy Trinity,
Or Tifa Lockhart.
the Holy Trinity of Tifa Lockhart, Lara Croft, and Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur were deeply informative to who I am as a person.
Blood Rain. Was
Very
another
I'm
deep
one.
still locking in the Sunflower.
I think the Sunflower is still an excellent choice.
Yeah.
But those were the three that I think were
When
the
I
most formative for me.
When I was growing up, I didn't play games that had suggestive characters in them.
Really?
So I'm trying to think, like, what's the earliest? Because I didn't even play Final Fantasy VII till way later.
Yeah.
I didn't own a PlayStation when it came out.
If you weren't into Soul Calibur, if you weren't into the handful of games that were
Well,
like, we're
no,
having boing chat.
Well, I mean, I was, but again, it just wasn't early on. It was
Yeah.
much later. Where
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, I started playing Soul Calibur when Soul Calibur 5, right, or something crazy, right, 4 or 5. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. I don't know.
Oh no, Barry has nothing on the Sunflower.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Sunflower was peak. Very peak.
What was that name? Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh yeah.
There were.
That was a different time, folks.
That was a
different
very
That was a different time.
Very different time.
There were a lot in that game.
Let's pick a few more good ones.
Yeah, let's do a few more.
This one's pretty good. When starting a new campaign, who do you decide who plays? Is it the DM or GM preference or whoever's interested? I think through the history of the game, it's been like somebody being like, "Oh, I have this idea for this thing that I want to DM," and like it was always 5e, right? And like it was either Nikki or it was Mikey or it was Derek or whomever, or and then
Oh,
eventually
you mean
Mason.
for us?
I know
Yeah.
for Strahd, I intentionally went and asked people.
Yeah. And so then generally from there, it was like, well, who wants to play in this, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, back then when it wasn't really our jobs, it was more voluntary, just who had the time, who had the
Yeah, who had the
whatever.
interest, basically?
And then once we started branching out to things that weren't 5e, it was like, oh, Andy will do it. Hey, Andy will do it. Oh, Andy will do it.
Andy
It's
will do
always Andy will do
it.
it.
Andy will do it.
So if it's not
Jake will
5e,
tell us who plays.
if it's not, well, no, for like who's the DM.
Oh.
But then the question was like, who do you decide who plays? So part of that decision is who's GMing it. And the question then is it the GM or DM preference, or is it whoever's interested? It's mostly the latter.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know.
It's mostly the latter.
Well, just for me, if I'm running a game, I'm opening my game to anybody. Right? But when we were like deciding we were going to play Wufrup, I would let anybody who wants to play Wufrup play Wufrup. But we understand that most people don't want to learn Wufrup.
Yeah.
Because it's more complex than D&D in some ways.
Yeah.
And the combat is just so infinitely more difficult, at least initially.
I think we know that, like, yeah, that it's really just about, like, who wants to put in the time and the energy.
I would teach Mace Wufrup, and he would probably hate every fucking second of learning it. Because he'd be like, man, I don't know, man.
Maze is too chill for Wufrup.
He'd be like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. My flip-flops are back in my dorm room.
You can't
I don't
really
know."
chill. Wolfram is not a game of chill.
No.
By any stretch of the
No.
imagination. It is the opposite. You are not chilling a moment during Wolfram.
I want to answer this question.
Yeah.
Casual Monster. For the Crooked Moon all-in box, you'd mentioned it will come in 2 boxes. Are they both going to be the nice black and red box? No.
Nope.
No. Just this one is going to be this is the main all-in box, which has everything but the minis. We even got the plushies in here.
And it also doesn't have the pin and the coin or something. Where you're getting an
The
The Kickstarter exclusives
All of the
don't come in
Kickstarter exclusive stuff will come in a nice little
envelope.
Nice little, almost like a jewelry box. That'll be foiled.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful and black and red. So it's technically 3 boxes if you
It's
order
3
it on
boxes,
Kickstarter. If you order it now,
Yeah.
eventually that little jewelry box with the exclusives, the coin and the pins and shit, that's going away forever.
gone.
So pre-order now. But the minis will come in a separate box. The box is so massive that it's basically the size of a shipping carton. So what we're doing is that will be in a very sturdy brown cardboard box that will have some nice,
It'll be nice stamped.
Yeah, nicely
Stamps.
stamped.
Nicely
But basically, because it's the size of a shipping carton, we are producing it so that the fulfillment center can slap a shipping label on the top and send it on its way.
And if you've seen isn't it kind of similar of like where you CMON, you get the boxes in the box and they kind of have like the silhouette on the side stamped? Maybe it's not CMON. There's some companies that have that.
You can't
in
say
board games.
CMON and then do all of those hand motions.
CMON.
Like, you just
yeah,
can't.
and so within the big box,
Simon.
there will be sleeves, like
He's a
cardboard
disaster.
sleeves.
He really is.
That you'll pull out, and that will have like trays,
Trays.
plastic trays that will have the various minis and minions and such.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Fingers crossed.
We have 1 hour.
1 hour.
2
1 hour.
minutes and 48 seconds
See how we're
to
doing.
get your uprooted plushies before they're
Can we
gone
get
forever.
to 20,000 plushies
Folks,
overall?
can
I
we
mean,
get-
Booker's got we almost sold 200 Bookers.
No, I mean, we've been moving them.
He was at like 670
moving up.
something, and now he's at 749.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's almost because
That's
every 1%
amazing.
is two
Yeah.
plushies.
That's
So we
amazing.
almost sold 200 Bookers.
Folks,
Bouquets.
this is
You
your last
don't-
chance.
You don't want to
1
buy
hour.
these on eBay for $500 a piece like Torbeck. So
That's right.
Look at Bitsy. She has a plushie. She will never get a plushie again, maybe.
Oh, and they all come with accessories. We've lost most of them.
We've lost most of the accessories,
Bitsy
but they all
will
come.
never have another plushie. That's probably not true.
Maybe.
She's a big. Where's the muffin? Are
No,
all the
we
They're on
lost
the
them
bag.
all.
They're on
What
the
I
bag.
can say
I
though,
didn't bother
joke
taking
all
those out.
things seriously. Bitsy will never be in this form factor.
Correct.
Again.
Yes.
That is a actual truth, a legal truth.
She will never be in the makeshift style in that form factor with this design ever again.
When these are gone, they're gone.
Casual Monster says, I'm a bundle lady. Big Bundle McDennis, they call her.
Big Bundle McDennis.
Big Bundle McDennis.
Look, I love a
Can I
good
read this
bundle.
comment?
Please do.
Can't wait for Stardust tomorrow, where the whole gang goes on an adventure with Pike eternally in the Yamcha pose. If you think that Pike would take the Yamcha pose, you need to watch more movies. Because there's very clearly a pose that Pike would die in.
Oh,
and it ain't
yeah.
Yamcha.
Yeah.
That's for fucking sure.
It's very obvious.
Chuckles will die in the Yamcha pose.
Yeah, you gotta watch some
you're-
more movies.
You're not even going to be there tomorrow.
No,
because-
No.
I
Spoiler
well, no, I
alert.
Those
told
eating
them.
donuts and coffee for us.
I did tell them I will
Oh.
be here.
He's a
I'm
walking
gonna be
dog
here
out.
early in the morning because there's things I have to work on with Mace. There are things that I can help Rich with stream setup. But then I'm going to get brunch.
That's nice.
Mimosas.
Do you want
You
to? Do you
interested?
want? Yeah. Do you want to go? Yes. Oh, Manny Petties.
Oh, tomorrow would be a good idea for that.
Petties?
Yeah.
I think we'll get mimosas and then mani pedi. I've never had a pedicure.
We can get completely
Or
blitzed on
manicure.
mimosas and then go to a questionable massage place, get massages, and
Oh,
end the day.
what? You're going without me?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, I've actually never had a pedicure.
Fuck.
I've been recommended getting them before.
I bet you'd love a pedicure.
I don't think I would enjoy a manicure, and I don't think I need one, but I think a pedicure I
Let
would
me
enjoy.
look at your hands. You have nice hands.
Thank you.
So it's not that you need one. I think you would like one, and they
Okay.
give you a hand massage afterwards.
Okay, all right, I'd try it. I would try mani pedis, for sure.
Okay. It's a plan.
You know who else blows a mean piece of
Who
ass?
is?
Oh, it's Darling Creepshow. Hey, what's up? It's good to see you.
Darling. Yeah.
How have you been?
Darling Creepshow has a wonderful, wonderful
I
question.
was just gonna scroll down to find it.
Were there any folk horror films that inspired the writing for The Crooked Moon? Well,
Good question.
where's the sample that has the actual fucking cover? Can you grab it from the bag?
Oh,
Of the
Michael
whole
from
ass
the bag.
book.
the whole ass book.
The whole ass book.
Fuck.
From the bag,
Oh
Michael.
no, it's right here for the collector's edition.
No, for the main cover, the main core book.
Is it in the bag?
There should be one in there. Yeah. Look in the bag. Look in the bag.
Look at the bag,
It's an important
Michael.
question because folk horror didn't really become a thing.
I found it.
The concept existed, but it wasn't formalized until film came along and had kind of this renaissance.
Can I read it? Can I do it?
I don't think it's anything in it, is it?
In the 70s.
Is it actually printed in there?
No, I think we just want to see the cover.
Oh.
So if you look at the cover, you'll notice there's something on the cover.
It's a big old thing.
That's a big old man made of wicker. Also known as the Wicker Man, not the fucking Nick Cage version. Get that shit out
No,
of here.
fuck that.
The one with Sergeant Howie.
As much as I love Alma Garrett, what is her name? Molly? Something.
You want to see some spoilers for the contents of the book?
No!
No, it's a blank sample. And this is linen. The book won't be linen. We weren't a fan.
This is an old sample.
That's a very old sample.
It feels nice though.
But then if you flip it over, there's a large black goat.
I almost hit myself in the face.
Those who've seen The Witch obviously know that there's a black goat in that. We were very
Ooh,
inspired by
ASMR.
film.
Crooked Moon
I mean,
ASMR.
God.
The Witch, the Wicker Man,
The whole ass
the blood on
introduction.
Satan's claw.
Yeah.
I probably
Midsummer.
Midsummer is
Midsummer's
huge inspiration.
Shaun of the Dead. And
Hot
it's a
Fuzz
joke.
is an actual
Hot
folk
Fuzz.
horror film.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is actually a true blue folk horror film. Black Death is a great
What
folk
was-
horror film.
Didn't we just think of a movie recently that was also fell into the folk horror chain?
I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
it was
it
one
was-
that was really weird, and we were like, "Oh my
no,
god,
it
it's
wasn't
actually
It was
folk
when we
horror."
were watching Tombstone.
Was it Tombstone?
Was it Tombstone?
I think it was Tombstone.
I think it might have been Tombstone.
Yeah.
It's like they come from the big city, then there's
Out
like
into
there's
the middle of
weird,
nowhere.
there's weird rules.
I mean, but
and-
it's kind of an upstart, you know, it's kind of almost civilization's taking over there. I don't know if it's quite.
no,
it's quite
I know what you're
folk
talking
horror.
about. I don't know if it was
There
that movie.
I don't know if it
There was one that
either.
Derek was like, "Oh my god, this is almost folk horror,"
And we were all
talking about it,
like,
we were like,
"Yeah,
"Oh fuck,
holy
yeah,
crap,
kind
it
of is." I don't think it was. I don't remember if it was Tombstone or not.
Yeah,
though, now. It's
but
been too
I
long.
think it was when we were watching Tombstone.
Yeah.
Oh, The Ritual was a huge one.
I still haven't seen Starvaker. Has anyone seen Starvaker?
No, I haven't seen Starvaker.
God, we gotta see that fucking film.
For
Hereditary.
the next one.
Hereditary is also
Well, we just should watch the movie.
Yeah, we should.
Hereditary. Apparently, I think it counts as folk horror adjacent.
There are themes, there are elements.
Yeah, folk horror adjacent. Blair Witch Project.
Oh my god.
Hugely inspirational
We should-
in The Crooked Tree.
We should do that again, where we go out into the middle of the woods and do a fire.
It's
in
been a
the-
long
in
time.
the Blair Woods.
Yeah, and
woods.
literally where the Blair Witch Project takes
That
place.
was before Maggie was born.
Yeah.
Sleepy
I
Hollow,
don't think
Children
Kelsey
of
was
the
even
Corn.
pregnant yet.
Both
That might have
both
been
of those films are
like
excellent folk
4
horror
years
films.
ago. That might have been
That was
4 years ago.
that was a while ago.
I don't think Kelsey was pregnant.
No.
It was a long ass time ago.
No, that was in the summer of 21.
That was fun.
Summer of 20. When was the first time we saw the Midnight? The first
22.
time. That was
April of 22.
It was
that was
22.
when we knew Kelsey was pregnant. We hadn't told anybody yet.
That's right.
That was the first time we like went out and we were like, oh, can't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I
was at a
remember
Midnight
that it
concert.
was a few weeks before the faithful P.F. Chang's dinner.
We're not going to talk about that.
And so
Don't talk
that's
about
how I know exactly when
Well,
it was.
I like to think about happier times like the Midnight.
Well, I don't.
The first time I saw the Midnight.
I think about that P.F. Chang's dinner.
That's very sad, Rich. You should think more about the first time we ever saw the Midnight.
Well, I do too. Oh, look, I'm wearing this shirt, Andy.
Oh, yeah, that's
probably
right.
from that show.
That's right.
If I were to guess.
Was it from that show?
It might be. Probably.
I didn't
yes.
get a shirt from the
I
show.
think that one was,
I got
yeah.
patches.
Yeah.
And I was gonna put them on my white denim jacket, and I haven't gotten around to doing that yet.
You know what I got at the last midnight concert that I have not used yet? I got one of their bomber jackets.
Oh hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
if we go to that
It's
fucking
still in a
concert
bag.
after on Friday the 11th.
Darling says, have you seen Picnic at Hanging Rock? Not quite folk horror, but it has the vibe.
Oh shit.
Picnic at Hanging Rock was featured in the folk horror documentary that we watched.
Yeah, Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched was
Yeah.
a folk horror documentary where we got to see a bunch of featurettes and vignettes of films and TV
Solid.
shows.
About 30 minutes too long. But
Yeah, it's a little long, and they kind of veer very wide with their net, which I didn't think they needed.
but a lot of it is very,
A
very
lot of it is very good. It's
Yeah,
a little long.
highly
but
recommend.
It's still very good.
highly recommend.
Okay. We should answer a few more questions.
Yeah.
Can we sell 1 million plushies in the next 6 minutes?
1 million
If
plushies.
we sell,
We just need to
if
sell.
we sell
Let me do some
1
quick math.
million
Let me do some
of
quick math.
each of the plushies, a million Bitsy,
And
a
we will
million
retire
Booker,
tomorrow.
a million
wouldn't.
Peggies.
No, we
If we do that, the guys will try on the new Crooked Moon condoms live on stream.
Crooked condom?
The crooked
The
condom.
It makes
crooked
everything
condom.
crooked.
Yeah.
With
let me tell
every
you.
condom
What if I'm already
purchased,
crooked?
it's stapled
It makes
to
it
your
crookeder.
receipt.
No, it straightens you, actually.
Oh wow, that's very.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, the Green Knight was a big inspiration.
All right, we
Have
only
you
have to
seen
sell.
that one yet?
No, I haven't. I know.
Ah, that's a shame.
You have to understand that I haven't watched TV in like so fucking long. We only have to sell 989,810 more plushies.
Easy.
In the next 6
Easy.
minutes. In the next 6
Barely an
minutes. Can we
inconvenience.
please? What's the difference
In the
between?
next 53 minutes.
You know, we're basically
I
close.
don't know why
to
you're
the-
saying yes to me. I'm not the one doing it. You have to buy the plushies for them to
We
do it.
just have to sell 989,000 plushies for us to try on the Crooked Condoms line.
I love the comment by Brain Death that says
Yeah.
Wickard for her pleasure.
Oh, that's actually very funny.
So
Extremely
good.
funny.
That's so good.
You know, don't hate.
That's very funny.
That's good.
That'd be a top line. Of
If we
$30
sell
million.
989,000 plushies in the next 6 minutes, I will absolutely break TOS and get us instantly
Oh,
purple
yeah.
banned.
and our margins on that are actually would be pretty good.
Yeah, I feel.
So like, let's just see
Are
how much
you
profit we would
looking up how much it costs to manufacture
Yes.
condoms?
And then Snipe Shot says it has to be
Lemon
lived
deliciously.
deliciously.
Oh!
There's something here. There's
It's
something here.
so good.
There's
Why
something
did
here.
we do?
itself.
Why was this not part of the Kickstarter?
It writes
Because
itself.
we didn't want to get banned off a Kickstarter.
I have such a good joke that
They do have
gonna-
rules.
Oh my god, it would have made a great stretch goal.
Ah!
That's really
Hey!
Very funny.
You're welcome. I'll be here all night.
I have so many jokes that I'm not gonna say.
Yeah,
probably for
we're
the
riding the
best.
line here.
Careful.
We're treading the line here. There are 52 minutes left for this wonderful plushie run.
It's true.
I can't overstate this.
Whoever emailed help@avengers.com,
Oh,
if you're watching, does the deluxe box come with printable character sheets and handouts? It does not. Hopefully that answers your question. You should probably still respond over email
I think
anyway.
I will. I think I
But
will probably
just wanted to knock that one
respond
out
to that.
if you're here.
Thank you. You made me nervous when you said whoever emailed the help. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be something I don't want. I'd like, please.
I don't
But
want
that's
it.
just a help email.
Please
just
go
talking about
buy your plushies now, because if you don't, they will be gone forever. You have less than 52 minutes.
You have exactly 51 minutes and 58 seconds to buy.
That's a lot of
Peggy.
seconds. I think I'm going to make some slides when we're done here.
Slides for what?
Well, this has been fun, folks.
This
Are
has
there
been
any
great.
other good questions we can rip out of here?
Let's get like a bunch more questions,
A
and
bunch
we'll
more.
answer like a couple of them only.
Flint and steel, chicken jacket, cushion loaf, ender Nethaclad, release,
I hate this.
stone muffin, diamond,
I'm so brain rotted.
redstone,
We should go.
punching trees.
Do we
I'm
know
so
how much
brain-rotted.
it would cost to rent out a theater? Because I feel
Not
like
as much as
we
you think.
should
Yeah.
rent out a theater.
They're
and
struggling.
do-
I don't know if
and
you
do-
knew this.
No, we looked into it for the D&D movie.
Well, I was gonna say we should do what we did for the D&D movie, but do it for Minecraft. And
Yeah,
go
no,
watch that.
I
and
think-
just rent out a theater.
I think if you want to rent out one showing of a movie, it's only like $1,500.
Our boy Marcus, we can hit him up. If
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
still has his card.
Oh,
I don't think did he give us a card? I don't think he gave us a card.
Oh,
Is that
no.
the person who met you at
Yes,
Pot
at
Belly?
Potbelly.
at Potbelly.
Potbelly? Yes.
I don't think he gave us a card. I think he just gave us some
He gave
free
us
tickets.
something. Oh,
Oh,
was it free
coupons.
tickets?
Yeah.
I don't think
free,
he gave us a
yeah,
card.
free tickets.
Can I rip Peggy's hat off to see what she looks like hatless?
No.
I mean, you could.
you
have
can.
the
Once
ability
the
to do that,
campaign's
'cause
over, you
you
can
have
do whatever you want.
You have the ability to get in there with the
Yeah,
surgical
I mean, I
tool.
could. I
Refondro
could
asked
I
2
could
hours
resew
ago.
it.
Refondro, if you're still here. Speaking of that, what's everyone's favorite theme park? Snapshot 2008?
No.
7? 6?
Favorite
4
theme
or
park?
5.
No. It was, we were in high school.
Yeah, but we were like sophomores.
Oh, well, Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, 2004 or 5.
Yeah, 2004 or 5. Islands of Adventure. 2003 or, yeah. Either way, Islands of Adventure from back then was unbelievably good. Extremely immersive. Great rides, great attractions. Dueling Dragons, Silver Dragon said Dueling Dragons is
Yeah.
the greatest fucking coaster
That shit was
ever. And the
awesome.
fact that they just dismantled it for some Harry Potter fucking
Hey!
shit. I mean, I like it. I hear
Hey!
Harry Potter's good.
Can watch
I
it
hear it's
now.
pretty good.
Quick side note, speaking of Harry Potter. Every single day, I go into my closet
Yeah.
and I pull out my drawers and I look through my clothes and I say, what am I going to wear today? And then when I think, oh man, it's been, Gary
Yes,
Con
man.
it's been 4 days since we got back from Gary Con. I still haven't done any laundry. So I have to dig deeper into my closet to figure out what I'm going to wear. And without doubt, every day I see the cardigan that I made, that actually Kelsey made, where she stitched on the Slytherin crest for your
Aw.
birthday. And I was like, if
Aw.
only I had reason to wear this again.
That's so cute.
Because I loved wearing that thing, and I wish I could
So
wear more
nice.
cardigans.
I want to do another. I want to do another Harry Potter themed birthday. I
Well,
think that'd be
I'm
fun.
ready.
Okay, great.
Because I've got my
Oh.
house cardigan ready to go. Handmade Hell House cardigan. Actually, you know what? I'm probably too yoked to fit in it these days.
You've worked out too much.
I
Andy.
did. It'll probably be a tactical
Speaking of which,
medium now.
what's the longest you've done in your ice bath lately?
So I actually haven't been in the ice bath since the latest that I did it. I videotaped the length, and it was too long to post on
can't say
any
that
of the social
online.
media.
You
It
can't
was-
say that
It was
online.
too long to post on any of the social media platforms, if you know what I mean. It was. Hold on.
It was chicken jacket.
It was.
It was
Shut up.
a Flint and Steel.
It was over 2.5 minutes. 2.5
Wow.
minutes.
Wow.
That's way better than the 7 minutes you did the first time.
Wow.
7 seconds.
You know,
Yeah, it was 2.5 minutes, and it was in the low 30s.
That's good.
the low 30s.
I have something special for all the fucking perverts in chat.
Oh. Oh my god, I know you could do that.
What?
Whoa!
How did you manage that?
You can pull up, you can't just take off Peggy's dress, but you can pull it up. Now you have
All
to
right,
get
you
Peggy.
fucking pervert.
You have to get
Please.
Peggy.
You wanted naked Becky. Well, you got
You
naked
have to
Peggy.
get it now.
You nasty fucks.
Can you
Look.
pull it down over her whole body now?
I mean, yeah.
Her arms just go through the sleeves.
Yeah, they just go through the sleeves, so I just had to pull them out.
No, I know, but can you pull the whole thing off? Or
Is
would
it
like,
stitched
No,
to
no,
her-
it's stitched to
It's
her
stitched
neck.
to her
Oh,
neck.
never mind. Don't
So
do
you
that.
cannot pull it off, but you can still make her. You can make her naked.
You have to get Peggy. You have 45 minutes.
You want this little frog ass in your house? Okay, we'll get her.
I
This
once
is your
again
last
miss super
chance.
chats.
You want her frussy? It's
$10,
right here.
We should not.
$9.99 super chat from worst of all, Larry.
Oh, you're right. She's
Message
invisible.
retracted.
That's very funny.
Larry, I hope you're here.
Larry.
Yeah, all these people are saying I could just wear my Slytherin cardigan out. I'm not gonna do that.
No.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan in that way. That would just be weird. People be like, look at that fucking guy.
Stray Iggy TV, $2 super
this
chat.
guy,
Which
look at him.
DW character would have merch in this universe? Which DW?
DW?
DW from the PBS show Arthur?
Arthur? That's immediately what I thought of. Didn't mean BDW. Oh yeah, you definitely meant BDW.
Or DW, like...
Would have merch
No,
in
they meant
Skyverse?
warehouse.
They meant Badwa, beneath the dark wing.
I'm going to say,
Wait, so what was the question?
which DW would have merch in universe?
Think it's Steve.
Herobrine!
Caprice.
It's Herobrine!
Arthur the Aardvark.
I never thought I would find Notch's brother here. Herobrine.
Mikey, you need to get some sleep, buddy.
I I
really feel like you need to get some sleep.
I needed a good ender pearl and a nap. That's what I do. That's what I fucking need. I need an ender pearl and a nice. I like to slip into the void.
Hero
and go to
Brine
sleep.
makes
There.
Hero Pickles.
See, look, you can see her again.
That's nice.
She's no longer invisible.
Unknown Variable, $10 super chat. One of my favorite memories. I know another place you can eat 300 pounds of cake frost. You dying, trying not to laugh. On a serious note, your ear and Icebound is my spirit animal. Thank you, Unknown Variable. Mega Magster 5 gifted. I love y'all for so long. I'm so glad I can support you guys. Hold a piece of your Avengers. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mega
you,
Magster.
Mega
We're so close to 4,000 Bitsies, actually.
Can we sell 4,000 Bitsies?
We're 68 away.
Give
We're
me
so
Bitsy.
close
I
Who
will
wants
take
to buy
Bitsy's clothes
69
off.
Bitsies? for the
69
memes?
Bitsies.
Do it for the memes.
Someone buy 69
Give me.
Bitsies.
You'll get a lot of free shipping.
Especially if it's an unwise financial
Michael.
A lot
decision.
of free shipping.
Michael,
Just
give
bu-
me.
What?
Give
Oh.
me Bitsy.
Just borrow your parents' credit card
Don't
number.
do that. Please
No,
don't
do
do
not
that.
Don't
do
do
that.
it. Don't do it.
Don't.
do it.
That's called credit card fraud.
Or at least don't tell them.
Don't
do
tell-
not commit fraud.
Don't.
Credit card fraud.
Credit card.
Yeah, it estimates to ship June 20th.
What
That's
is?
pretty quick.
Security number. Expiration date.
Sir Cool.
I am Sir Cool. Yo, is Sir Cool gonna show up in the Minecraft movie?
There.
Yeah, he better.
Here, you nasty fucks. Here's naked Bitsy.
Naked Bits. Oh my God. Well, at least she's wearing clothes under.
Look-
She is like a jumper.
I know, it's the worst. But the fact that we didn't lose her. We
Peggy's-
have her. No,
Peggy's
this is
Molotov?
not. Well, we did.
They're
lose
all
that.
lost. No, the
But
only one we actually
we have
is
Bitsies.
gone, disappeared is the briefcase. We have
Oh,
all the
okay.
others in the bag.
John Claude's briefcase.
I am Steve. This is a crafting table. This is a crafting table.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Not
How
the
does
same.
Steve get into Minecraft?
Ugh.
You get isekai.
He
The
yearned for the
movie
vines.
is an isekai.
He was
Is
as a
he
child.
Is he hit by a bus?
No. So as a child, he yearned for the mines.
Okay.
And they wouldn't let him work in the mines.
Oh, really?
And so he grew up, and I think he got a job there, and he like stumbled into some sort of alternate dimension.
He mined so hard he went into Minecraft.
That's right. That's right.
Love crushing the loaf.
I don't think you can say that.
That's very suggestive.
I don't know.
It's a little much.
Flint and steel. Wait, what's better than chicken jockey? It's got to be Ender Pearl. Oh, release. Everyone's saying release
What is that? A
is the most memeable. I don't think so. I
Why?
think
Is that
chicken
because
jockey-
he releases something into
He's
the
rele-
wild?
someone-
water
Water bucket.
calculator? I'm gonna read you some numbers here.
Oh.
Oh, I
She-
did all the reverse
Brain
math.
Death says
Yeah,
very appropriately for the name.
3935 plus
She mined all my craft until like
1507.
Steve.
plus
I'm gonna
1355
Steve. I'm gonna
plus
Flint and
1193 plus 1153. Oh my God, they're very close.
Are you trying to figure out how
Plus
much until a million?
1076.
Oh, we got a super chat.
I just want to see how many plushies we've sold total.
Okay.
Not bad.
Has Peggy gone up since she got naked?
I
don't
hope
think
so.
I didn't think so either.
Naked frog.
Trina Tube 87 $10 super chat. Manifesting Icebound plushies. I need to be able to throw Scrim IRL.
Too bad.
That's very funny.
What I will say is, I feel like that wouldn't be, to a general audience,
Not bad.
very
Ow!
desirable.
Ow!
Okay.
Yeah, I clearly don't know how to use elastics to fling things.
Chicken jacking.
Oh, kinda.
Also go to the Crooked Moon at thecrookedmoon.com to pre-order your copy of the Crooked Moon at thecrookedmoon.com. And remember, all of your guesses for who is singing our next single, Under Your Shadow, the song
It's
of
the hot
Father
one.
Renethir, the Crimson Abbot.
The guy from Hot Ones.
You all sure guessed guesses, what I'll say.
Look, we gave you the clue.
And it's
the hot
dropping
one.
the 18th.
All right, let's pick one or two more good questions.
Yeah, you can go for
I'm going to the bottom here.
Go for it.
It's an extra.
Steve. Flinton. Steve Enderbill.
Chicken jackie. Divided by 15. Just doing some math.
What are these?
How did Meatloaf die?
Didn't you just have a heart attack?
COVID?
Really?
He died of COVID.
No fucking way.
That's crazy if so.
I thought he had a heart attack.
Maybe he did.
Or maybe it
Maybe.
was just all
I'm gonna look it up.
that shit.
You might be making that up.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, no, it can't be because Druskenwald is not in California.
That's right.
Would you?
Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, California, California. Did you know that we're from California, California, California? I feel like the Vagrant could have been the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
All of them, though.
All
the
of
Vagrant
Oh,
speaks to you with the voice of the Red Hot Chili
put up
Peppers.
heroin,
no,
though.
it's
That's the
supposed to be
problem.
Foghat.
Well, the
Too
too many of them are
bad.
dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's-
Too many of them are dead.
It was my
Yeah,
only
too many.
wish.
I'm so sorry.
It
Voice
was
of
my only wish.
Foghat.
You should have picked. You should have picked a band that's still
See,
alive.
Slow Ride would have been Soul
Okay.
Ride.
Yeah, that's actually very
good.
good. That's actually very good.
Would be so good.
I don't.
Ghost light.
I don't want to answer any of
See,
these
thank
questions.
you, Rich. See, he gets it.
How many chickens are left on the ceiling? There are 3. No, we'll not show them to you.
Chicken ceiling.
Yes! It all comes full circle. There are 3.
Chicken ceiling.
There are
That's
3
very
still on the
There are
ceiling.
3, yeah. I don't think they're coming down.
I don't either.
Chicken ceiling.
Oh, this is a really good. This is actually a really good question to end on. I'm pretty new to Evantris here, and I have to know
I'm sorry.
where Gary Goodberry came from.
Ooh.
Can you give us the quick lore of the evolution of Gary Goodberry from his first inception to now?
So I mean, it's my Will Ferrell's Harry Carey from SNL.
Impression.
And he was originally Gus Langtry in Prime, but then when we were basically we you have to realize that we streamed for 5 years without a single piece of fan art, literally not a single one. Nobody cared who we were for 5 full years, and then once we started building a bit of an audience and started actually getting sponsorships and conventions wanting to like have us be guests and stuff, I'm like, shit, how do we have ads that aren't awful? And I wanted our ads to be content, and so I'm like, I just had one day. Oh my gosh, I'm going to create the character Gary Goodberry, the Biz Wiz. And it'll be a wizard. And his name will be Gary Goodberry. And then I'll just do that whole thing. And the first
It's
started as a
ironic 'cause
costume.
wizards can't cast Goodberry.
Yeah, that's what's funny about
There
it.
was
Yeah,
some irony
it's
there.
very funny because wizards. It's not on the wizard spell list.
That's right.
And so I basically decided it was in costume first. So the first couple Gary Goodberrys were in costume, and then I got a puppet in Witchlight that I then was Gary Goodberry, and I found on Amazon that night this puppet that we use, and then suddenly I realized, wait a minute, it's much better for Andy to do his Mr. Rogers thing, and I'm a puppet. And then that's how our whole ad format worked. And
That's
here we
right.
are.
So, thank you for that.
Can I read Mikey's Uprooted notes out loud?
Oh, yeah.
Burger Special / Freeg. Hot Toddy 4. Rye Neat ×2. Root Beer × Froth × Medium Froth. Pretzel X Scribbles. What does it say? Bavarian Special? And then down at the bottom.
Uprooted.
No, this is. And I know this is Uprooted. Because at the very, very bottom, there's a bunch of squiggles that
somebody's
literally are
order.
not real. In huge letters and like marked in a square, it says Big Sloppy Daddy.
Oh.
Big
You guys
Sloppy
were
Daddy.
ordering
Yeah, you actually
Drinks.
took orders.
actually
like you
took the
were
orders.
A waitress.
as Roxy the Foxy.
Yeah.
Big Slobby Daddy.
Big Sloppy Daddy. I don't know what Freeg is. but-
You've only got like 40 minutes to
You
go
have
get
40
your,
minutes.
to go get your
We're going to be
plushies.
offline.
Go do it. Thank you
got a lot
all
of
for
work to
all of
do.
your amazing, unbelievable support. We love you. Thank you.
Now's the time.
Now's
Don't
the
forget
time.
The second we go
Don't
away.
forget, please get your Uprooted plushies. You will regret it for the rest of your life if
Yeah,
you don't get
it's
them now.
true.
I
We
promise.
stayed
And then
here
you'll
for
overdose on ender
a
pearls.
big
Yeah.
epic countdown, but there's simply no time.
There's just
Yeah.
no time.
This is all you get.
Peggy
is
can
what you
cast
get.
If we
invisibility.
weren't having the grand return of Stardust Rhapsody
I would stick around.
tomorrow,
I would stick around.
then
Do we want to talk about what our schedule looks like for the rest of the month / week?
So for the rest of the month, pretty easy. We got Stardust tomorrow. We got the Nook on the 30th.
Yep.
And then it very quickly becomes April. And Mikey made the decision that basically we should finish Root where we left off. That should be.
it was a great season finale.
So
Oh.
we're gonna figure out what we're doing next. We're gonna be playing some kind of D&D
We'll be,
next
be
week.
playing some
Ah.
game on Wednesday, but I
should
think
be-
that it
we should
was
try to
such
play
a good
D&D.
season finale that I don't want to cheapen it.
Right.
I
I
feel
kind of like that.
I
So
feel
we're
like
gonna-
it was a
I kinda like
great
that.
season finale.
We're gonna figure out some kind of D&D to play. Hopefully D&D. It doesn't have to be D&D,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna push for it to be D&D, and then we'll go from there. And then hopefully we'll have a new Patreon schedule
Yep.
up soon.
Yep.
Next,
And then Witchlight returns on the 23rd.
that's right. That's the big one.
So if you care about Witchlight, it's been canceled, and John Goodman is coming back as the DM. So
Nikki just was like, you know what?
Never coming back. Never.
I'm
doing
not
it
John
again.
Goodman, so.
I wish.
Never coming
Yeah, me
back.
too. He's
never
apparently a
coming
pretty
back.
nice guy.
Never
he
coming
would be.
back.
We're gonna
never
raid
coming
this
back.
channel, Nat1 Network.
They have a dog.
They're just playing around the table.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Reminds me of the old days.
Yeah, they're
you know?
chilling.
Oh yeah, they have a dog just chilling.
I love that they're in their thrones.
Yeah, this.
This
very
is
regal.
such a good
Yeah,
vibe.
give them the love. Everyone follow them. They have 3 viewers
Oh,
right now.
Do they have like pets behind them, or is that like?
They have a beholder on the ceiling.
Kind of a pet.
Good night, everybody.
chicken.
Good night.
We will
Good night,
see
everybody.
you
Give them the
very
love of the Evangelist
soon.
fam.
We'll see you tomorrow.
You guys are awesome.
Most of us will see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.